Hey,
Spencer, what's up, man?
what's up? Episode 5 settle.
Oh, dude.
Let's go.
You threw that on me. We
Yeah.
were supposed to do something cool, and now it's just you and I and Andrew.
Yeah. Well, I think it makes sense for us just to be us, looking in each other's eyes,
The way it should be. I know I had a coworker find out about potty mouth, and I was like, he was like,
you got fired.
yeah, I got fired. He's like, he started at 1, and I was like, dude, like, get out of number 1. I was like, why are you, like, 1 was 2 years ago. Almost 2 years, dude.
Dude, that's wild.
And I was like, dude, why would you? I would not go back that far. It's just so current. Like, it's not like Jocko where you can go back and
I don't like doing that. Like, if I hop on a new podcast, like, I'll start maybe a couple episodes back, but like, I'm not going further than like a week or something like that, depending on how often they drop pods. But I would never go all the way back down to number 1, dude.
But if it's like a health one and they have like a special guest, I'll go back to that. If it's like Dr. Rhonda Patrick,
for sure.
Yeah.
Again, that's a good point. I think it would definitely be different depending on the guest, for sure. If there's like, if you had me on somebody's, like a friend Kelsey, you know what I mean? Shout out to Kelsey. I graced her podcast a few months ago. And if you wanted to hear me talk, and get drunk by myself in my garage, then that's a great episode to go listen to,
Yeah, you did good. And Kelsey's doing great. She seen her on the store. She's at Black Rifle.
Dude, she's fucking crushing it right now.
Surprised she got in the country.
Yeah. No shit, dude. No shit. And then didn't there, what do you call it? The prime minister or the prem? What is it?
I think it's Trudeau.
Trudeau.
What is that? Prime minister?
I think so.
Yeah. No.
Is it? It's not a president.
Prime Minister of Canada. Yeah.
What's a person at the embassy? Like if we have someone over there.
Ambassador?
Is that?
Reload ambassador?
Fuck, we are educational.
But I saw that he got busted breaking his own rules like tyrants and dictators do.
No, he didn't.
He got busted breaking his own rules on vacation or something like that. What a guy,
What a noble character.
And he was a math teacher or some shit? Or an art teacher, right? Art? Something ridiculous, yeah.
Look at you. You got your vest on,
dude,
long sleeve.
As soon as it gets to like 64 degrees, I'm like, and we're here.
Fall girl summer.
Yes. The basic fall girl bitch is coming out.
Have you had anything PSL?
Of course. You know who my wife is. Yeah. Of course I've had it.
She's
already.
The queen of seasons.
Yes.
The season queen, we should call her.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've had the PSLs. We've had so many things. She
what's the first? What do you kick it off with? I'm not white, obviously, so I don't celebrate PSL.
Well, let me culture you, Paul.
Mexican hot chocolate, maybe.
Yeah, that's good shit too, though. But yeah, you got to go to christen the fall season. You got to go pumpkin something.
Yeah.
Well, what?
You do pumpkin spice latte. Yeah,
off the bat.
Right off the bat.
October 1st is.
I mean, if we're being completely transparent right now, we were doing that in like late September.
Wishful thinking.
But we jumped the gun on everything, right? Like she's already talking about getting Christmas lights up.
What the?
It's not Thanksgiving yet.
It doesn't fucking matter out here, bro.
I think
fucking matter.
Some people had on their stories, even in late September, they had Christmas decorations out. I think Lowe's.
Yeah,
wow.
Well, I'm in, and I always it's the fight. It's the fight to be in the race to be the first people to put up lights in this neighborhood, and we're always on top. You know what I mean?
White neighborhood vibes.
Well, we got some other folks out here.
Other folks.
Jeez.
Topo Chico, my kind sir, what's going on here?
Yeah, dude. So the wife and I, we've been. Hold on, let me take a little sip of this cold beverage here.
I see you're back at the gym.
Back in the gym. So my wife and I definitely hit rock bottom with like my eating, my drinking, just my lifestyle, just completely fucking rock bottom. I had no routine really, and it was driving my brain insane. And so we decided to do, and I started doing this like probably like last maybe week and a half of September. But we decided to do like kind of like a spin-off of like the Hard 75 for the month of October, which is such a bad call on our behalf.
Andrew, you're listening to this. Can you kind of do Hard 75?
Well, so hear me out, guy.
You said it's an adapted one. It's okay.
Yeah,
man.
everybody,
He's
it's
been
all inclusive here. God, Paul.
This one.
Andrew, call him a bitch. Call him a bitch.
Andy Priscilla, you're on.
Yeah.
Is there a?
But anyway, so we're doing like an adaptive version of the Hard 75. We're doing the reading, we're doing the workouts, we're doing the eating, we're doing the no drinking, which is probably the hardest part of this.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I know. Did I break up there? Bad connection?
Can we say that again? Can you not?
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck. Hopefully you got that, Andrew.
I had the wide on that one.
Rookie move.
Well,
if you didn't see it, Spencer.
well, if you didn't see it, you should subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.
Hey.
Okay, so you're not drinking. And
Yep, not drinking. I will say I do feel, and only in this like short little research pool, I do feel fucking amazing.
Well, I can't see your body. You're bundled up with about 10 layers,
Again,
and it's 80 degrees outside. So
again, you know me well, dude. Like this is my wheelhouse, dude. Jeans, a puffy vest, and a long sleeve.
I said when I walked up, I'm like, you just embraced fall.
Yes.
Right now.
100%. And I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill.
die on that fall. That fall hill.
I will fall on that hill. But anyway, yeah, episode 50, and I wanted to put you on the spot because I know you pivot really well.
Yeah, pivot. I need a drink.
Yeah. Do you want to crack a little Sisterdale before we get going? Should we go hydrating with the boys?
It'd be a solo boozing with the boys. I'm sorry, you guys. Spencer has overachieved.
Spencer's the bitch.
And I can't open this. You're right. I should open this.
I gave you the clue before we pressed record, but
Spencer, give us a little Sisterdale.
Well, shout out to our boys over at Sisterdale out in Texas. Oh, the old ping pong.
Andrew, where am I at?
Guys, I wish I could push this harder. I do shoot content for these guys, so I want to be completely transparent with you. But that's a nice little pour.
You want to try some, Andrew?
I am also on.
Oh, Andrew, you a bitch too? Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, we're looking for a new non-bitch.
Send your resumes into nobitches@gmail.com.
People who live a balanced lifestyle, please. I need.
But anyway, shout out Sisterdale. We would be pushing this harder, but you can only really get it in Texas right now.
According to Mr. Sisterdale, I just stay anonymous, the co-owner, he said e-commerce will be up in about a week.
There you go.
So work the logistics.
Once that happens, we'll be pushing it a lot harder, but it's very, very good bourbon, and I'm not just saying that. I've handed a couple bottles off to friends over in Texas when I did that visit, dropped a bottle off over at Tater's house, and that dude loves bourbon. Him and his pops know a thing or two about that libation, and he was very, very impressed with it.
I'm excited. I do have the white label, if you will. This looks 108 proof. I believe the other one was 90.
Yep.
I'm gonna give this a little. Have you had this one yet?
I have not, dude. Oh. You just cracked it. You get the christen.
Smells delicious. I got the Sisterdale shirt on.
Yep.
Cheers to me, and cheers to you, fucking bitches.
Okay.
That wasn't called for.
Beautiful.
What do you got?
Has a lot more proofy bite, if you will,
okay.
But still keeps that body of Sisterdale. Really good.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's no affiliation. This is still very good bourbon whiskey, straight bourbon whiskey. You say it's distilled in Indiana.
Yeah.
And Bjorn, Texas.
Bjorn. But anyway,
I like it.
So yeah, now that you've gotten your first sip of Good Luck Juice, I wanted to ask you, episode 50, any favorite moments, any favorite episodes? What do you got? We've had a lot of great ones.
Yeah, this is a good question. I wasn't prepared for it, but if I answer from the heart, I'm a more lover than I have more love in my heart than I do hate. But
it's hard to believe sometimes.
Just to manifest what you and I started this project. We never. It's not nothing what it is now. I mean, we're not. Our $1 million in the bank account doesn't really put value of what we're doing that we receive from this podcast.
Yes.
But the connections we made, the people we've met, the tech, you guys can't see it, but the technology that's set up between Andrew, myself, Spencer just types some stuff. But we've come a long way. We've learned a lot. We made great connections. It's something I look forward to during the week. It's a mental break. It's fun. Favorite moments are just hearing people's stories. It's weird when you put headphones and a microphone in front of someone's face, and they just kind of pour their little heart out. And I think we're growing, we're doing better. We're trying to find the right questions and really give that person a moment to shine. And it's given myself a chance to hang out with one of my best buds here. Andrew's become a big part of the family too, and I know he's learning a lot too. We're all learning a lot. I think communication is the key, and I've become a better communicator. Communicationer. That's a word. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
But yeah, I do consider myself someone who has a hard time speaking. Obviously, enunciating is very hard for me because
you're colorblind.
English is my first language. But yeah, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. We've learned a lot. I'm just repeating myself, but we've learned a lot. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. Thanks, man. Cheers.
No, cheers, dude.
50 does not seem like a lot, but it's a lot.
Dude, it is a lot. Yeah. It really is. No, it is really funny because you talk about sitting someone down, talking about their story, and it goes either one or two ways, right? They start to, put their shell up, or for some reason, a lot of people, lights, camera, action, and it's like, okay, here I am. Here's my story. And they just pour it all out, like you said. So it's been really fun. I did, it's funny. I went and kind of like looked at our guests and kind of like, reminisced and stuff. And, like I said, we had a lot of great ones. Ashley Vickers making everyone super uncomfortable with all of her sexual innuendos.
Yeah. Still wants to see Andrew's penis.
Yep. Still wants Andrew's pants off for some reason. Brad Hart talking about bull dick canes. Yeah, that was good. It's always a great one.
That's one of our highest viewed.
One of our highest ones. Yeah.
On TikTok.
Reels,
whatever.
On Reels. Yep. We had 20,000 views on that, and almost every single comment said we were racist.
Perfect. We're doing good.
Almost dying on air when our one chip challenge.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was even before Andrew. Yeah. That was when we were propping cell phones up here and recording them.
Yeah.
Talking about coming from a long way.
Yeah.
Chris Cabe literally came in here and took over the show.
Yeah,
she was awesome. So many good moments on PMP.
Yeah, now that you look back at it, it's crazy. And we're fortunate living in SoCal. I mean, to some extent, besides our tyrannical
how dare you
state that we're in, but just having the accessibility to some folks, some good quality folks, and people come visit, and we'll get them on. And I mean, Joe Rogan's canceled a few times, but.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
We'll get there one day. That's funny. I saw a bumper sticker yesterday that said "Proud American, Embarrassed Californian."
Yes. Fuck, that's
solid. I'm like, Daddy want.
Need that. Yeah, they look good in the studio.
Yeah, but anyway, any news around going on? Like new in your life? Big things happening?
No, normal stuff. Excited for the change of weather. I got a work trip coming up. I'll be gone for a little bit. Other than that, pretty excited to be part of the country. I'm traveling part of the country I've never seen before. Got a cool lens for it. The 70 to 200 millimeter 2.8. Shout out to Sony.
Yeah, Sony gave that to you, right?
Yeah, they gave it to me. But I'm excited to use that. I haven't really had the time to mess with it, but I want to capture some good images. But that's it. It'll be gone for about 11 days.
Damn.
Yeah, excited.
Long time away from home.
I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, you gonna miss Coda?
Yeah, he's gonna feel a little left out, not getting his walks in. Yeah. It's part of my therapy, my walks. So
yeah, for sure. And how has Coda been? I feel like since you've changed your handle, he just doesn't get as much love as he normally.
Dude, my dog content is like my highest. You get a dog on there, or I know you with your son too.
Yeah,
it's just you can have killer stuff.
People go crazy over puppies or dogs and babies.
Yeah.
They just go fucking crazy for it.
My passion would be to shoot more of Coda, but obviously there's some people I got to take care of as far as product. But but it's funny either way. I want to do more. Unfortunately, time's been a little bit of an issue, but it's fun. I wish I could do a little more myself, but it's still, when I initially started grilling with Coda. Now it's Alpha Instinct. It was all just for fun. You kind of gave me a hard time when I started vlogging a little bit, which is fine. I love it. But
I give you a hard time because I know it's hard for you.
It is hard. It is hard.
So naturally, as a good friend, in my way of showing support, I give you shit for it and make you second guess everything.
You do a good job of it, and I'm a fan of you either way. So it works out good. But Andrew does a little vlogging too, so I'm the least vlogger. I'm the least. My IG is pretty anonymous.
Talking about coming from a long way though, like I remember the first time I ever met you.
I was naked.
True. That was weird. We got past it. But when you pulled up, I was like, I think this is the guy because you never showed your face on Instagram. And we finally slowly pulled that handsome face out. And now look at you, dude.
The beard came in too.
Dude, the beard.
I'm growing before the audience's eyes or the listener's eyes. So it's been fun. Man, you're all about me today. This is a little weird.
This is great. This is great. It's actually side of an intervention, but you know.
I know.
It's funny though. I did again when I was looking through old video clips again before even Andrew was around. We were doing the cell phone shit, or like GoPro. I think we dabbled with the GoPros. We were just trying to figure out any way to be a little more legitimate with this podcast. And I remember watching you baby face, almost even like chubbier cheeks, because I feel like you've gotten a lot better shape as of recently.
I was out of shape.
Yeah. Well, no, you were in good shape. I mean, but you know, like you're hitting the gym at 4 a.m. now. Yeah. You know, I just want to keep talking about you, so it just makes it more uncomfortable.
That's weird for me. I've never really been a guest, but for me to talk to someone is easier. But when you're nailing me like this, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, and what's crazy is that all the cameras are facing you right now.
Yeah, right.
All right, we'll stop talking about you then.
Well, hang on, but even you, because when you started making a living off your cell phone footage too, and then GoPro, and now we're both mirrorless cameras, and sky's been the limit, and we're progressing super fast. I mean, it's nowhere to be bragging about, but as far as professional or individual goals, it's pretty cool. Like I can have the conversations and pick a photographer's brain and ask those good questions so I can enhance myself. Obviously, there's people I look up to, and we've been able to figure out some of this podcast stuff pretty much on our own. And, we just added a few new things, so it's pretty cool. Yeah,
no, that is so true. Because I look back, at least on my personal journey through like content creation, it's like the cell phone trying to make every photo off of portrait mode look like it got shot off of a real camera, and then switching to GoPro, and then finally someone yelling at me and like, dude, you just need to fucking take the jump. And then I remember looking at, and I had an old beat up, what was it, like a D3300 or something like that from Canon or Nikon, excuse me. And I remember just looking at it and it looked like a spaceship, dude. I had no idea what any of the buttons did, how to get this, how to get that. And then you slowly start to figure shit out, and then you start to upgrade things and kind of just move forward through there. So I think you and I have really come leaps and bounds from the whole like content creation thing.
Yeah,
so.
And we were self-taught. I mean, obviously YouTube plays a big role, and then
YouTube University.
Yeah, and you and I are kind of just geeks where we obsess. Yeah. And we hit up the influencers we know or the photographers that we know. And I myself, the past 2 or 3 months, I've switched more to manual mode. I'll bash myself. I did start auto, but I would take the auto, I'd review it, and I look at what the aperture setting was, the shutter speed, the ISO, and I kind of learned from that. And then I basically taught myself. I watch the videos, but that doesn't mean anything because I can't. If I can't absorb it, it doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah. So I had to study it to a sense, and now I'm pretty much full manual. I know you sent me a good video on how to do it. So I'm still learning. It's fun, but
that video was awesome. I watched it because again, you were like trying to figure out like, okay, how do I make shit lighter? How do I make darker? How do I get more bokeh? How do I do this? And dude, that video just like, all right, how do I make a video for fucking retards? And like, dude, I watched it. I was like, oh, okay, that's how you do that. Yeah. And because I've watched so many different videos, and that's what it kind of takes, right? You like watch a bunch of videos, and then one's bound to catch on. Yeah. And so good. I'm glad. That's awesome. And even still, like shooting off of auto, dude, I did that for a long time, and then just being able to shoot off manual, you just get to manipulate that photo just a little bit more to where you can really dial it into exactly how you like it.
Yeah, and you get your niche. Yep. You found your niche, and then you kind of took a little turn and you're a big reel guy now, which is it's pretty cool. It's a kind of quick. I mean, most of them are done at your house.
The reels. Yeah. Most of the TikToks I'm doing right now, they're
TikToks.
TikToks. I just kind of transfer them over. They're around the house. I'm a big funny guy. I like to laugh. That's my therapy really, is like, I need a good laugh. And once I realized through TikTok that you don't have to, sell your soul and fucking do absolutely terrible dances and shit, and you can actually, get a good laugh, with some of these sounds and whatever. And as soon as I started to get into that, man, like I've really, really enjoyed it. And I know I'll eat my own words. I don't think anybody talked more shit about TikTok than I did when we first started. But man, I'm not going to say anything now because it's still kind of in motion, but like there's a good chance of me now, like making solid money off of TikTok for other people now.
It's wild.
Yeah. Like creating content for other people.
I think the shot is easier. I've done a little bit. I've dabbled a little bit, trying to figure out what I can do as far as in the reels. I'm not TikTok, but to shoot is quicker, almost. But the editing takes a little longer. But for you, I know if you do it in your house, you're not traveling to your locations. And sometimes you're in your Send Butter garb. Yep. You're not all dressed up when you have to do your prop shoots and stuff. So the time is pretty. It's pretty. They're both, as long as it's fun, fuck it.
Yep, absolutely. As long as you're having a good time with it, and if you can make a little side change, fuck it, send it. OnlyFans, exactly. That's my next step. But I will say I'm going to nerd out a little bit though with like being a social media marketer and like just just being super deep into that space now. If you're listening to this and you are a content creator, and let's say you are solely about photography, and I've mentioned this to you too. Everything is turning into video now. Yeah. Everything. My photos on my personal, and my engagement has like plummeted for a long time. But if you're just shooting photography right now, I highly, highly recommend that you start turning the page and start working on doing some little video clips here and there. Because that's what it's all going to be about. Because my photos right now, oh my God. And I know I'm not the only one, but my photos are tanking when I post them now.
If you get 100 likes, you're lucky.
Dude, like if I get like 200 likes on a photo, and again, likes don't mean shit, but like I look at my reach and I'm like, I've got 16,500 followers and I'm maybe reaching 3,000 of them. It's fucking bonkers, dude.
Even on the reels, you get a lot of views, but it doesn't translate to any follows or likes.
Exactly. Well, some of them will, but like, perfect example on my TikTok, I did a video, really funny video, got 1.6 million views, and I got a shit ton of follows through that. But I'm still like, you'd think like, oh, dude, 1 million people watched your video. I have 3,000 something followers on TikTok.
Crazy.
Which is great, but like 3,000 to 1 million, like, it doesn't translate, right? It doesn't make sense. But we're in that area where everyone's attention span is so fucking microed now to like, if this isn't catching my attention in the first like 3 to 5 seconds, I'm moving on.
Well, the reel isn't set. I don't know TikTok, but for IG reels, it's not set up to like it or to follow because it's real. The video finishes and it goes up to the next one. Yeah. And the viewer doesn't get a chance to. I mean, they could go back if they really like to, but then they get another video that catches them, and then you're there sitting on the toilet for an hour watching fucking
dude
IG reels.
It's so fucking true though, man. I am embarrassed to say this, but the amount of time I spend on TikTok, and I'm now at the point where I probably do need a detox from it because I'm like, something will happen in my day to day. I'm like, oh, that reminds me of this one video. Oh, fuck. Like, like I'm literally quoting something off of like a trending sound that I saw on TikTok or I did through TikTok. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
I still like the one when you got Keaton in your hand and you're like, oh yeah. You did like,
yeah.
His mouth was over. That was funny.
When you put like a weird filter on your face. Yeah.
And the way he looked at the camera, I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is good. And again, it's with TikTok, it's funny. Like it's really hard to predict if your video is going to, if it's going to, it's going to boom or bust.
Yeah. Do you think, and maybe Andrew, you could chime in too. Is there I found that if you do the reel on Instagram, maybe the algorithm is different. Instead of recording a video and then uploading it to reel. I felt like there was an algorithm difference because I saw an increase in views if I shot the reel on
through the actual app.
Yeah,
that would make sense because they want you to spend as much time as possible in their app. Same thing with TikTok. Like they don't want you to shoot a video and then edit it in a third-party app and then bring it back to TikTok. They want you to do all the editing and everything through their app. So yeah, they'll naturally, air quotes, reward you for that.
The code might be a little...
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's an actual thing, though, because I did research on that a while back. Didn't really apply it. But, like, if you make a TikTok video and you repost it to Instagram Reels, the algorithm will see the little TikTok thingy going, and they don't really like that as much. So, like you were saying, Paul, like, it'll reward people who create for that. So it is, in a sense, wiser to create on like a just normal video or on like a DSLR and edit and then post directly to there. But then you have to worry about the aspect ratio of every single different platform, and that's just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
weird stuff, learning stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. It really, really is fucking crazy. And for my work, I have to do like reports every week, every month. And a part of that report is like I have to go find trends that are happening, and shit's wild. Like TikTok's dropping this thing where it's almost like a marketplace for creators and brands.
What?
So let's say, Paul, you put yourself out there, and it's literally like a resume where you can be like, okay, this is my budget. Like you filter down, like this is my budget, and then all these little creators come up.
Whoa.
And then you're like, okay, but this is my niche, outdoor or cooking or model, whatever. Boop, 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 boop. It's just like kind of filters down.
So companies are going to be able to handpick?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, it's kind of like LinkedIn for creators.
Pretty much.
When's this coming out?
They've been testing it. I'm not a part of it, but it should be coming out here pretty soon. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Time to jump in on it.
Yep.
Jump in on it.
But yeah, jump in on the video, people, because photography is going to be a thing. I don't want to say a thing of the past because there's always going to be a place for photography. But as far as like an engagement, attention grabbing kind of thing, it's definitely I feel like they're picking up the pace a little bit on how they're kind of drowning it out, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. In just a matter of a year or two, where it's been tanked.
And they've come out and said publicly, Instagram is not a place for photography anymore.
Jeez.
You know, like what's the main button when you turn on Instagram? Reel.
It's Twitter now for photographers, apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The photo community on Twitter is very interesting. Like they post the photos because Twitter will allow you to do like high res also. So it's very interesting.
I was going to ask about that. What's the next move for photographers? Like what's the next platform?
I need one.
Is Twitter? That's wild because I've never ever thought about posting photos to Twitter. Even though I do it for brands, but I just think it's just, let's just make sure we're on this platform and just pretty much copy paste.
What do you pay for on Twitter? Followers? Or
what do you mean?
Because people make a living off Twitter, right?
I don't think so.
I don't even know. I'm not that much of a Twitter person myself. I need to get on it too, but
I'm on Telegram. I don't understand it too much. It's just an information hub for me. And when we had that big shutdown, because of a whistleblower,
thank God,
I was on Telegram and I got wind of some stuff. So
yeah, when the Facebook thing leaked, and we'll talk about that, but when it leaked, I was like, man, this would be a really good time for another platform to pop up.
Well, Telegram said they had 50 million new additional users sign in. They almost had like a crash, if you will, because everyone was like, I need my social media.
Yeah. I wanted to see, and I didn't end up taking the time to look, but when those went down, I was like, all right, I'm just going to spend more time on TikTok, I guess. So I was actually very eager to see if like that actually, translated, but I did see a graphic on Pornhub. Dude, it's spiked.
People are like, I'm bored.
Yeah, I'm bored. Might as well just go watch porn.
So Instagram and Facebook are curbing people from porn, I guess.
Yeah. Do you guys use instead of using Google, do you guys use like was it
DuckDuckGo? I want to more.
I needed to get on that too, actually.
I need to set it for my home.
Yeah. I don't. I've never dabbled. I've never even like pulled it up or anything. I have no idea what it like the interface or anything.
It's pretty good. They don't censor as much.
Yeah.
It's similar to Google from what I've seen. But
like the actual layout and everything?
Yeah, like the UI is similar to like Google or Safari, so it wouldn't be too hard to adapt to it.
All right.
But Google is tightening down a lot more stuff too. They've came out and said they're gonna either censor more or it's gonna play into what they want to as far as when you search.
Isn't that wild? So it's like now that they've said like Facebook came out and said you actually, you know what? Yeah, we got caught with our hand in the cookie jar, but we're not going to change.
Wow, must be nice.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. Because they know that they've monopolized the game.
Yep.
It's wild.
How powerful are you?
Exactly.
You can just make the rules as a tech company.
They're literally playing God.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. We'll dive more into that. Did you have a WTF for the people?
No.
No?
Actually,
well, we don't need one. It's fine.
We can call someone. How about that?
All right, let's do that. That's a good substitute.
Yeah, totally forgot about that. We've all right, here we go. Let's see what happens.
Shout out to Topo Chico. Keeping me hydrated. Throwing a little Arizona Mucho Mango little splish splash in there.
Hello.
Fucking delicious.
Caller.
What's up?
How we doing, caller? Spencer still doesn't know who this is, so if you can state your name.
Hey, Spencer. You want me to say my name?
Yeah.
This is Pam, right?
No.
No? Who's this?
Go ahead.
This is Krista Grosbeck. Fit by Krista.
There we go. Dark Creeks.
Oh, let's go.
There we go.
Utah.
Yeah,
Right?
hey.
Utah. No,
Yes.
Colorado.
Utah.
Utah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
go.
So
Yeah.
I invited Krista because I'll let her explain why I kind of reached out to you. So go ahead, Krista.
Is this an intervention?
Yes.
Do I need to prepare something?
Yes. What did you have interesting this week?
Well, Garrett prepared us a deer heart for tacos the other night.
And did you see this? Remember the size? Did you see it, Spencer?
I don't think I saw this.
It was huge. It was big. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So we're kind of all about using as much of an animal as we can, when he shoots one. So we had the heart, and it was the first time for me. He usually will cook like organ animals out when they're out hunting and not bring them home.
Yeah.
So it was
makes
a
sense.
first for me trying the heart, and it was actually really good.
Okay, so
Kind
now
of
you got to
surprised.
give us the details on that, because Paul and I went down this road, what was it, like a year and a half ago now, and we were like so excited for it, and we had it, and we wanted to it was instant regret. We'll say that.
Really, with the heart?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But we did it, and we talked to a few people afterwards, which we did this before, but they're like, "Oh, you literally did that backwards."
Well, that's why I wanted to call her, because I know Garrett's a pro and he understands what he's doing. And he was butchering for how many days, Chris? Like 2 or 3 days, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, few days.
Jeez.
that's awesome. So give us the rundown of like how you actually. And you said you made it in tacos.
Yes.
Let's go.
So, I've actually, I've never cooked a heart before, but he's watched a bunch of different people cook it. So I guess the trick is, so he did it in our cast iron pan. So he heated it up in the oven for 30, 45 minutes with the oven set at 400 degrees. So the pan was super hot. And then he pulled it out, in the actual cooking time. I mean, I didn't really watch the clock, but it was probably like less than 3 minutes. It was literally just a sear on either side.
How many pounds do you think it was? It was huge.
The heart?
Yeah.
Well, it really wasn't that big once he cut it open and took out all of the
Ooh.
gross
the
stuff.
ventricles. Don't want to
Yes.
bore you with all the science and everything.
Yeah. So once it was like all the gross stuff had been taken out. It looked just like a regular, like a pretty small flank steak. You know, it wasn't very big. So that was the first thing. It was like nice and flat once he cut it. He took everything nasty off and then just seared either side. So the inside was still
raw-ish,
super rare.
Rare.
Yikes.
And that's what he said, that's you have to do it that way. Otherwise you get that tough.
Yeah. It starts to turn into like chewy. Yeah.
Yeah. So it still was a little chewy. Like the texture was different.
So you, before you had the tacos, you did try it plain, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And even my kids liked it.
What?
They liked the taste, and my son, he was fine eating it, but my daughter, she liked the taste, but she was just like, oh, it's so like smushy. I'm like, yeah, but she likes the taste.
I'm a textural eater, so that might have put me out.
But you know, if you like put it in a taco, it's not, you have all sorts of other things on it.
When in doubt, just throw it in a taco.
Just throw it in a taco.
It's like add bacon to anything and you're fine.
Yeah. So if you look at I think he posted something about it on Instagram, but if you go to that post and you scroll, I can't remember if he posted about it, but anyway, you can tell it is super raw, but that's apparently how you should cook it. So it doesn't get tough. And it just tastes like, I don't know, maybe I'm just used to eating venison. We eat it all the time. So it might seem really off to somebody else and they might not like it, but I'm so used to eating venison. Honestly, it just tasted like deer. Just the texture was a little different.
I'm looking at the photo right now. That is rare
Did he
as
post about
fuck. Yeah, he did.
Shout him out, Spencer,
at Dark Creek. And yeah, that's a big ass heart. That's like looks a little bigger than a softball. Yeah.
Do you know how big the deer was?
It wasn't. I know it wasn't that big.
Okay.
Like not.
Damn! Don't throw Garrett under the bus like that.
Sorry,
he's
Garrett.
like, this is the biggest buck I've ever seen in my life.
I actually reached out to him, but he's hunting today, right?
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. It's pouring.
Oh shoot!
There. So and he's got 2 youngins with him. So I don't know how long they're gonna last out there today. But
you gotta tell him, don't come back empty-handed.
That's what I've told him the last 2 hunts, because I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with you leaving as long as you bring something back.
Yeah, that's right.
If you don't, it just ticks me off. So
and then she takes it out.
Every wife who's married to a hunter has that mindset for sure. If you're gonna leave me and do nothing,
then you better come back with something.
Then she takes it out on him on the workouts.
Yeah, dude, your little gym studio is really shaping up. It's pretty awesome to see.
Doesn't it look good?
Yeah, it looks really good. Are you like putting lighting up there too when you're doing your little vids? Because it looks like you got some little little lights thrown up in there now. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a couple like studio lights in there because
big time.
Yeah, it's really fancy. It's just a little humble garage, so we got to do what we can to make it look.
I love the cat. The cat plays a cameo. Or you're
Oh my gosh.
You're trying to do your burpees.
I was telling Garrett about that last week. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. Like, I've got my AirPods in, so there's no background music. I kicked the cat out because he's so freaking annoying. And then he's at the garage door just meowing the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
That's
oh my gosh,
hilarious.
can somebody take these animals? I don't want them. It's what happens when you have kids. You just start accumulating all these
mouths,
animals and things, and I don't want half of them.
Yeah,
but
I got you.
Anyway,
well, it's always fun watching your workouts and definitely your nutritional advice. I just hopped on a little challenge that I'm doing with my wife for October, and I'm taking another college try at counting macros again.
I saw that,
but I'm really going for it this time. I'm not drinking. I'm working out every single day except for Sundays. I've got a whole program.
Drinking?
I'm not drinking. I'm sipping on Topo right now. Yeah,
I'm the
no drinking.
We don't drink, but I do I'm surprised because I know how much you like to drink.
Jeez, Spencer.
I know how much of a degenerate you are, so this must be really hard for you.
Yeah. Jeez, good job.
Thanks so much. Wow. This
You
has
could
been
say
great.
you could say it, Kristen.
But yeah, so I'm fine, honestly. Here's my thing with alcohol. Do I need to drink it every day? Absolutely not. Do I I usually will do it for social situations, really. Like for a while it was just I'd only drink when we do podcasts or when we go see friends or whatever. But my problem is I'm a good time Charlie. So I like to have the good time, just keep rolling on. So
well, Krista's page is tough because not tough. I say it's good because she's a nurse, registered nurse, correct?
Yep, I am.
Nurse, and she does some kick-ass workout videos, and then she throws a apple pie or a peach pie.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, dude. Your pie game is like
gosh.
next level, dude.
It's
waiting for one to get
really-
sent out.
It's really a problem. In fact, I was just joking with a friend yesterday because I'm like, I did a pie sale and I had some local people come and pick up pies, and I'm like, don't mind me. Just you're like fitness influencer coach here, just shoving pies down your face.
Yeah. You're like, guys, it's all about balance, okay?
It totally is. I don't know. I can't go. I love fitness. I love it so much. It's like makes me happy, but I can't be one of those people that just doesn't enjoy food because I love food,
Yeah.
Like there definitely has to be a balance for me or else I'm just not going to enjoy it. So
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you because I was a big intermittent faster. Paul was too. I did it for years and I lost weight. Yeah, for sure. But I was fucking miserable doing it. Like my favorite like meal is like breakfast. I love breakfast foods.
Yes.
I will eat breakfast foods for dinner. Like I love breakfast foods.
And that's how I am too, because I tried intermittent fasting for a while too, a couple of years ago. And it was fine, but I'm like, I get a lot of enjoyment out of breakfast and this isn't worth it to me. So
the balanced lifestyle.
I don't know. You got to find something that like you can just stick to, that you don't hate, that
Yeah, for me, it's always been moderation with everything. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. It's always about moderation. That's always been my downfall as well. But with this challenge, I'm really trying to gear up to just get some better habits, learn a little bit about myself and my body, the way certain foods work, some foods don't. Again, with the macro counting, that really does help. Like I'm really taking the macro counting seriously. Like I'd say like I'm about like 98% where I'm like tracking everything, where I think the only thing I'm not tracking is like seasonings and stuff like that. But as far as like actual macro food, like I'm counting every single thing. Yeah, I'm on it. So I'm actually, I'm really excited to see what happens like by the time like Halloween.
Are you gonna do progress pics, Spencer?
Yeah, but they're not going to allow these ones to go on the internet.
When did you start counting? How long has it been?
So it's been.
Oh, Matt, you asked him a math question.
Yeah, numbers.
Shoot.
Come on. To play it safe, I would say we did like I started like probably like the last week of September. So it's been about it's been like like 2 weeks probably. So I lost a couple pounds. I know that's just like all water weight, but like I'm feeling really good. And we talked about this earlier in the podcast, but I'm feeling really, really good. We just like the no booze, and I'm not saying I'm never going to drink again, but that's definitely not off brand for me, but I would say like just trying to kind of learn more about moderation, all those good things. So,
well, that's what's nice about macro counting is that you can, you can fit a treat in here and there and not break your diet, so.
Exactly.
Carb days.
Yeah. And just like figuring exactly like, you don't have, and I think that's a common misconception is like, oh, you're counting macros. Well, fucking good luck with your salad and ground turkey. You know what I mean? And right now we are, and I will say to be truly transparent, like we are like sweet potato, rice, broccoli, ground turkey, chicken, but like we're, obviously we're going to move away from that and be a little more adventurous, but like just first like few weeks, 3 weeks.
Kind of,
exactly. Just kind of like as a reboot, like, okay, we know all these things are like lean, good for us. Just stick to this program for a while.
Stick to the basics,
Exactly.
especially while you're trying to shed that initial
shed my summer weight.
Yeah, right. I totally think that I gain weight more in the summers just because my kids are home and we're just like busy and going all the time, that I feel that I end up eating more things off of my regular routine, just because we've got so much going on and I'm busy and we're running around and off schedule. So I'm a summer gainer for sure.
Yeah,
and then winter, I kind of rein it in, which is like, it should be the other way around, maybe.
Totally. I'm so glad hearing you talk about that. That makes me so happy because I'm like, am I the only one? Because I feel like I do the exact same thing where I'm out, whether we're going to barbecues, we're going out getting drinks and dinner with friends, again, you're like off your routine, like you're just out and about and you're not really staying dialed. But then winter comes in, you're not going out as much because you get colder temps, whatever. And
you're like, oh shoot, what did I do during the summer?
Exactly. You look down, you're like, damn it. Yeah. And so I'm totally that way. I'm totally playing it in reverse. So.
Oh, well, good for you.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully you can stick to it. If you ever need any motivation, send me a message and I'll.
Thanks, Spencer. Don't jump off the ledge. It's gonna be fine.
Speaking of which, Krista, we're gonna let you go here, but if you can, please let people know how they can find you, what you got going on. I know you do these live workouts, which are great. I check them out. I'm excited to see what it's going to look like when it's 20 degrees in the garage.
Oh my gosh, I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. My handle's Fit by Krista with a period in between, so fit.by.krista. And I'm also online at fitbykrista.com. And basically what I do right now is I offer online workouts 6 days a week. It's like a monthly subscription program. So if you log in and sign up, you'll get access to those workouts every week and you can cancel at any time. But they are instructional videos that show you what to do, and it's all circuit training, functional fitness circuit training. So workouts to help prevent injury and keep you pain-free, but are also like killer workouts too. And anyways, then you just watch the video and you get to work out on your own time and go at your own pace. And yeah, that's what I do. And I love it. So you can find me there.
Somehow you figure out how to do that in between being a nurse and a mom and a wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
It's fine.
And eat heart tacos.
Yeah. And eat heart tacos.
Yes.
Perfect.
I nurse myself with food. Make me feel better about life. But
love it.
Anyway.
Perfect. Krista, thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate what you do, and you're a great follow for anyone. So thank you.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks for calling.
All right. Bye.
Ciao.
See ya. Bye.
She's great.
Done. What do you think, man? That's cool.
That's really cool. That's the first time I've ever talked to her. I mean, like we converse in DMs and shit, but like she's
a good follow.
Yeah, she is.
Right.
I truly do like watching her workouts. She's legit.
Her and Garrett, awesome.
Yeah.
And he powers through his workouts too. It's cool. They have minimal, like a garage setup where you're not using. They do have some fancy stuff, but you can always adapt to those.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's cool. They've like painted the wall. They got the logo.
Yeah, it's legit.
Right smack in the middle. Yeah, it's legit.
See, they converted it into a gym, and we got a little studio in yours.
Yeah,
so.
wow, just doesn't
Garage.
look exactly like that. But I wanted to give a shout out to you in your Chargers, dude. Chargers playing good ball these days, bud.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, dude.
They did good. They beat the Raiders. Wow. Difference what a coach makes. A non-conservative coach in play calling.
Yeah.
Brandon Staley, Coach Staley, is a risk taker. It's what we needed because the last 2-3 coaches have always been conservative, and we've lost games in the wire. And he said, what did he say? He made something. He said there's a ghost in this locker room. He understood that, and he's trying to get that ghost out of there because Joey Bosa, the All-Pro defense end, was saying that we'd go into the locker room and know he would say, we're going to screw this up.
Yeah.
you're mentally thinking that already.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So he understands it's not just a 4th and 2 play call. It's a mindset to say we can fucking get this first down and we can continue to drive on these guys. So it's showing. They're playing good. Justin Herbert's playing lights out. Austin Eckler, undrafted running back. He's been in the league a couple of years. He's playing good. Just a little guy, but they call him PFP, pound for pound, one of the strongest guys you'll see. Dude has fucking tree trunks for legs. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a proud Chargers fan. Unfortunately, our crowd fan base still looks a little weak, but if we win, we'll grow.
Yeah. No, it's been fun to watch him, and I knew when Herbert came in, and again he was an Oregon Duck guy going in when he first came in the league, and I remember he got just thrown in there because of an injury.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
You could tell like just a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of grit, and just him just getting reps. He's gonna do something big, and he's been fucking really fun to watch.
He's not playing like a rookie or first year. I believe it's 19 games, and he's already setting records with those games. He's making good decisions, and you forget he's just a young cat.
Yeah.
And he throws good, looks comfortable. So sky's kind of the limit. So I'm kind of excited.
And again, I know they didn't do a whole lot with him under center, but Phillip Rivers, that's a big shoe to fill because he was there for so fucking long.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you play that long, and Phillip was not really one to take games off or get hurt, he acquired some stats, but I do believe we did not have the coaches in play. There's still that 2008 season when we went 16-2, I think, and then they fired Marty Schottenheimer for whatever reason because Dean Spanos is a weirdo. But then we just kind of got cursed with some weird coaches within the respect. But I'm excited. It's a good time to be a Charger fan. So
it is a good time.
I probably won't be going to SoFi Stadium anytime soon. But
why is that, Paul?
I don't have a card. I don't have a card. So I'll watch from my house.
Yeah, you don't need to pay for $13 beers anyway, dude.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at all that kind of stuff. Like from restaurants to games to whatever. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna roll the dice and get that jab just because I want to go watch a game or go to a restaurant. Like, I don't have to buy your overpriced bullshit. I can just watch it in my house. And I'm sure at what point, unless this stuff doesn't end soon, I'm sure there's going to be some way of them figuring out a way for you not to be able to watch things, or they're always going to figure out some way. But it's a luxury, and I've been saying this, I've been screaming this from the mountaintops ever since all these mandates, talks started happening. Stop supporting companies, individuals that are supporting this, right? So if you go to your favorite restaurant, says, hey, sorry, no entry without a vaccine passport, you just don't support them. Yeah. And what's going to happen is, and again, people need to sack up and put their spine back intact, and just say, okay, well, I'm just not going to support you. Yeah. And what's going to happen? One or two things. They're going to close their doors for good because nobody's going into their stores, right, or their restaurants because nobody wants to get this fucking vaccine card. Or two, you realize that your doors are about to close and you say, fuck it. We're changing it. So many restaurants are doing this because it's based out of fear. Yeah. They're scared. They're scared to lose their license or whatever it is. Some businesses are saying fuck it and just doing their own thing anyway, and they're doing just fine. So,
and to the point of that, LA County Sheriff said he's not going to enforce it. He's like, I cannot run a department with a workforce that's depleted by 20%.
Yeah.
And he's like, I personally don't agree with it. I'm not going to force it. So it's cool. But the weird part about that, Spencer, and I get it. I'm all for it. I told him, make a stand. You can make a stand with your money. You can vote with your money.
Yep.
But I feel like in the socialist scale of things, if that business does go down, what do those people do? They go on government assistance. So that gap of socialism works where you have the wealthy, the 2%, and then you have poverty.
Yep.
So it's like, dude, like we need something to happen quick, or else we're going to be in a hole that's going to be hard to get
deeper.
out of.
Yeah. No, it's crazy, but yeah, I just think it's the idea of rolling the dice with something like that could literally ruin your life.
Oh yeah.
Just because you want to eat at a certain restaurant or you want to go to a football game is bonkers to me.
It's crazy.
Absolutely bonkers.
Wild.
And the thing that really, really drives me nuts is that these restaurants are, they're complying to this when, and again, turning people away when all this shit went down, all the shutdowns and everything. Who are the people that were supporting those small businesses?
The working class, middle class.
The people.
The people.
Yeah.
The people. They were the only reason, if any of those restaurants had a pulse, right? And it was a very, very faint one, but the only reason that they had a pulse was because the people were, you know what, I'm going to support these small businesses. I'm going to order out. I'm going to, hey, they only have outdoor seating. We'll go get a little table and eat there to try to keep the lights on for you. Mm-hmm. What happened? Now they're doing that. Now they're literally biting the hand that was feeding them.
And you see some people that are upholding those mandates where there's empty seats and they're seeing it already and they're maybe second guessing themselves with whether they stand or maybe they're not. Maybe they're going to hold the line on their end. And bro, I know I don't do math good, but I know people in your seats is not good for business.
Yeah. And I saw a stat in New York, which is one of the strictest among California.
Yeah.
With all these mandates and bullshit. And there, I think they said something, it was regarding restaurants, and it was pretty much saying their attendance or whatever you want to call it is down 40 to 60%. Again, we ain't good at math, but that's a fucking big old number.
And we won't go down in too big of a hole, but the restaurants, they're seeing inflation firsthand because of beef, pork, chicken. Their rate is going up, so it's miserable right now.
Just inflation across the board is absolutely bonkers. But yeah, dude, it's pretty fucking gnarly. Something else that was really bonkers, and we talked about it earlier, was the big Facebook leak. And what's crazy about this, and to try to just kind of pull it out in basic terms, is that Facebook got caught with a former employee of theirs who allegedly got caught with her hand in the cookie jar, and she had been copying thousands and thousands of pages of documents, pretty much backing up the statement that we all already knew, right? Where it comes to censorship and curating content just so we can get a rise out of you, and censoring things and shadow banning these things and what have you. And so basically, the way I look at it is, and it is unfortunate because Facebook is a private company, so technically they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Jeez.
All right. But here's where it gets weird. Facebook is supposed to be a public square, right? Think of an actual physical public square where you go out there, you say whatever the fuck you want to say. People don't have to agree with it. People can agree with it. And, they may say, fuck you. And then you all go about your day. Right. But they're being held to those guidelines as a public square, but they're not. They're more of a media company because they're literally curating content, banning, censoring, showing you things that they feel through all their weird fucking sketchy privacy invasions, that they've okay, we know enough about this person where if we show them this video, this is going to get a rise out of them. This is going to anger them. And then they're going to do what? They're going to stay longer on their app. And then that could then potentially turn into them spending more money on ads, all that kind of shit. So again, it all comes down to power and money. And so what needs to happen is, and I think people are like, oh, they need to break up because they are 100% monopolizing over everything. We were talking about this off air or maybe earlier in the podcast where they're playing God, right? They're playing God. And they got their hand stuck in the cookie jar. And instead of saying, okay, we'll change our ways, they literally said the opposite. They're just going to be like, well, we're just going to keep doing what we do because
we can.
They can. And that's the problem. So I think where this can go one or two ways, they're not going to break up. There's no way you're going to be able to make them break up. But I think what should happen is that since they are curating content, they are banning, they're censoring, they're doing exactly what they want you to do. They're a media company, so they need to be held to media company standards and guidelines because they're not doing that, and that's a whole different side or a whole different set of rules to have to follow by. So,
Scary.
Yeah, it's scary, super scary. But the fact that they're just like, yeah, no, well, fuck it. You got us, but we're just going to keep doing us anyway. It's like, fuck. But again, when you play God, you can do that.
Yeah, and everyone's on the payroll.
Yep, exactly.
I got another phone call for you, bud.
Send it.
You like this one? Hello, volume. God damn.
This number has been disconnected.
What's going on?
Travie. Yeah, he's alive.
Alive and well, boys.
That a baby.
Man, Travis, I wanted to call you. You gave us a little scare, man. Run us down. What's going on?
Yeah, man. So I guess it was like 2 weeks ago. Played golf. Woke up the next morning.
That's where you went wrong right there.
How dare you, Paul?
It's probably the 18 beers. And,
that's what it was.
Yeah. And then, the next morning woke up, had, the whole no taste, no smell, and just kind of went downhill from there.
You're like, this is like no other hangover I've ever had in my life.
Coors Light is bad.
Yeah. That's what you get for cheating on Shinerbach, dude.
Yeah, dude. It was crazy.
And then I went a little deeper than that.
Yeah. So it got to the point where like I was like having trouble breathing, and then my whatever that thing, the little O2 reader that they put on your finger, mom went and got one of those for me, and my oxygen level like started dipping down into the 80s. So
damn.
That's when my wife was like, yeah, you need to go to the hospital. So I guess that was last Sunday night. After dinner we went and checked in, and next thing you know, they're telling me that I've got it's turned into bilateral pneumonia. So
damn.
Wait, before that, you tested negative within that time period.
So the whole week I tested. So that next morning after the no taste of smell, went and got tested negative. Waited 4 days, went and got tested again, tested negative.
What the fuck?
That same day they did the old one that they send off or whatever.
Rectum?
3 day.
Rectum one?
Yeah.
That's the one he requested for.
Yeah, that was the one I was hoping for all the first week as well. But so that one also came back negative. And then when I got to the hospital, they immediately tested me again. So I think all together I ended up getting tested like 8 times.
God damn, boy.
And the seventh, I think the 7th one is the first one that came back positive. But they were like, this pneumonia you've got doesn't go without COVID. So they're like, you have to have it.
Interesting.
But so I don't know why they kept testing it. I mean, it shit sucks. But
that's weird.
But yeah, so then I guess it was Monday morning, the doctor came in, listened to the lungs again, and then that's when they started me on that what is it, Remdesivir, one of those, whatever they're using. No, so that's what's funny is like I'm in the hospital, my wife's getting blown up by people telling them, don't let them give them this, don't let them give them that. Advocate for your patient. And my wife's like, I don't even know what they're doing to him.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
because she's not allowed in, right?
Yeah.
Or
no, yeah. So also with this, my wife, my mom, my dad, and my brother all tested positive as well.
Jeez.
Which we had like a family dinner that night after golf. So I don't know if it's just like a good old family super spreader event.
Old
Texas smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tex-Mex and COVID.
But then obviously nobody had any kind of reactions like you did.
Yeah, no. So I took the cake for, I was in the hospital from Sunday 6 o'clock till Friday, like 3 o'clock, I think is when my wife came and picked me up.
What was the biggest, just trouble breathe? Like, what was the biggest problem you
Yeah,
had?
so like I couldn't even, so like I was Sunday, they put you in your room, and then I don't think my feet set foot on the ground until like Wednesday afternoon. Like I
Damn.
couldn't roll over in bed without getting like absolutely like you would just run 10 miles, like winded.
Damn, dude.
And they'd have to come in and like turn my air, like oxygen up. Like it was pretty shitty.
Fuck, dude. Well, we're glad you're
They
doing
like
well.
they wanted you like sleeping on your stomach, which is next to impossible in that skinny little
Yeah.
hospital bed. And so they'd
And then
come
your
in,
ass is hanging out with that gown.
yeah, flashing everybody, and that just happens to be wearing a thong. Well, in there, so. But yeah, it was brutal. I mean, it wasn't fun at all.
Where are you sitting at right now? 80, 70%?
Like physically?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, probably like 80. I'm probably back up to 80, I bet. I still like, it's just weird. Like you don't, your lungs, it's just, you all of a sudden are like, damn, I'm kind of out of breath right now from doing nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
I like how you sent a message that your son wasn't really concerned about your health. He was just like, hey, you going to cook some steak? And
literally like the second I got home, he was like, Dad's about to get up and cook us some steak. He's like, he literally, he's been craving, I guess. Guess my wife wasn't firing up the green egg while I was out of commission.
So selfish of her. Can't believe it.
Yeah, come on. But thanks to you guys, I mean, y'all are checking in on me, and
Of course, dude. You're one of the boys.
yeah.
It shook me. We saw your wife post a little bit on her page, and you're left in the dark, and obviously you don't want to blow her up, but you should have the family have first dibs at kind of checking in on you. But as a friend,
we appreciated everybody. It's amazing how many people reached out. It definitely shows you got more friends than you think you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing better.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Did you end up cooking steak? Was that your first meal back?
No, I haven't cooked. I haven't cooked yet because my sister set up some deal.
Letdown of a father you are. Crawdaddy must be super pissed.
Oh yeah, the meal train.
The meal train. Yeah,
meal train. So people have been sending all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome.
But you know what's crazy is I think I lost like 30 pounds in like a week.
Let's go, dude. Breathe in, spit in my mouth. Spit in my mouth right now.
Literally, like the day that I got up the first time out of bed, I looked down. I was like, dude, my legs look like freaking toothpicks.
Oh shit!
Like it was like malnourished.
Look like a wet rat just getting out of bed.
You can't taste anything.
Yeah.
And what you can taste tastes like shit. So
wow.
Like I was just telling them to bring me protein shakes, like
yeah,
like those little like I don't remember, like I think they're called like Ensure or something.
Yeah,
so they
would
just like every morning bring one of those and a cup of ice because I was like, I mean, I literally can't taste anything else, and then what I can taste tastes terrible. So
wow.
But
that's actually interesting. My neighbor got COVID as well, Tom, and dude, he said the same thing. He dropped like 20 pounds.
Mm-hmm. The new diet fad.
Yeah, new diet, dude. Someone's gonna do it.
It's no joke.
Someone's gonna do it.
I'll get it back though with everybody. It's been amazing how much like pasta and pizza has been sent to the house this week.
Got a carbo load, bro.
Yeah, bounce back real quick.
That's awesome, dude. Well, we're glad. No, I was just gonna say I'm really happy that you're bouncing back because that was scary for a little bit.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it was my O2 level was like down to like the 80, 83, 84.
Do you know what it should be at?
Yeah, I don't know what it should be.
It's supposed to be between like 95 and like 96, I think.
Oh damn. Okay.
That's pretty bad, I guess.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. It was. Yeah.
See, man, like Spencer said, glad you're doing better. We were a little concerned for you. All right, not a lot of concern. We're overly concerned about you, but won't take too much of your time. I know you're on the uphill battle, but thanks, man. Where can people find you at, bud?
Find me at Travis Backyard Barbecue. We'll cook some steaks this week, I promise.
Yeah, dude. Come on, be a better dad to Crawdaddy, okay?
Will do. All right, boys.
Later, dude.
Later.
See ya.
TG, man, poor feller.
Yeah. You want to get that new piece of equipment we got going on?
Fire it up. Oh man, testing equipment.
Yeah, testing equipment. So Paul came in here, and he's like, "Hey, we got a new addition." Homeboy breaks out a fucking projector. All right, so now we can watch video and react to it live on air, and I'm very, very excited. I told him this is our 50th episode, and I was actually going to quit today, but he brought in the new gear. It's making it worth my while, and I'm very excited for this. So
yeah, it should be interesting. What do you got? We want first here. We got.
Let's do the Urban Meyer video.
All right. Oh, here it is.
So Urban Meyer, head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars and college football coaching legend, he got caught. All right, he got caught doing fucking around with some chick at a bar in Ohio. The irony is that there's actually a poster of Urban and his wife hanging at that bar because he was such a figure in Ohio when he was the Ohio Buckeyes head coach. And so we're gonna watch this video real quick. Let's see what happens.
Oh man, he's
Dude, that ain't his wife, bro. That ain't his wife.
Was he sitting down?
Dude, sitting down. I want to know where that hand is, bro.
It might be up. The young lady looks like she had a skirt on. So, I think they just took a loss too. That actually, I think they did their own 4. But
yeah.
There he is.
His little apology. Oh God.
He looks like he has a hangover still.
Yeah. Yeah, they. I think they were in town playing the Browns or something like that.
No, yeah. Is that Thursday night? I think, or Monday night.
I think so. I think that's why he was in Ohio.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he came out and dude, it was just so hard to watch in the locker room. So pretty much like you can kill the vid, but pretty much he goes in the locker room, gives this like half-assed apology to his team. And let's just say it's not doing wonders for morale and camaraderie in the locker room when he got busted. But it's like, dude, everybody knows who the fuck you are. You're like you're next to the mayor of Ohio, right? Like you put in so many years at Ohio and did so many big things for that college. Like people know who you are, and you're at a bar, shit faced, and this girl, fangirl, is grinding, pretty much giving him a lap dance. And his fucking right hand, God knows where that right hand is. Dude, it's doing something else. Playing upside down piano or something, you know what I mean?
Upside down?
Wow. Another Spencerism for you.
I love it.
But anyway, yeah, it's just not looking good. It's not looking good for him.
And especially as his first year as a NFL head coach, I'm not sure if he had a tenure. He probably had assistant jobs at some point in the league, but
yeah. Well, he made his name in college.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, Florida Gators. He was, he coached Tebow back in the day,
national championship.
And yeah, he did some really good things for Florida and Ohio, but not looking good. Not looking good. There it is. It's Topo Chica's. It's got me
burping.
Got me wild. Joe Biden. Your president, Paul.
You got a video?
No video. Right. Approval rating has tanked to 38%. So 38% of people think he's still doing a good job. How do you think he's still doing a good job? Is my question to you. If you are still somehow a supporter of Joe Biden, I'm not good at math, but 38% doesn't. That's just not. I think that's bad, right?
Yeah, no, I'm no math guy, but 30% is funny. And you see a lot more of these folks getting interviewed who still stand on his side, okay? And they're asking the easy questions are, okay, so what do you think about the border? I think it's great. It's better than the Orange Man did. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
What about inflation? It's fine.
Yeah. Oh. Actually, I think there is a video for this one.
Oh, thanks.
I think I might be throwing you under the bus there, but and I didn't even label the email, which
let's see how good I can do.
Most disturbing.
Instagram, you think?
Yeah, it's from Instagram.
This one.
So hopefully you don't have to like sign in. Let's see. Okay, yeah, just click. Yeah, here you go.
Oh, this is the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Where should I start?
This
chick.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Can somebody tell me one thing that Biden has done for this country?
That guy's my spirit animal. Show me the lie.
That's all we got. Newsmax.
Oh my
Check the
gosh.
video out. That's the video I was talking about. The lady where she's like,
yeah. So that lady is fucking straight delusional because the guy is totally playing into it, and he's like, yeah, well, she's like, orange man bad, whatever. Couldn't tell you. He asked straight up, what kind of policies of Biden's are you a fan of? Couldn't name a fucking policy. All she could say is just it was better than Trump. And then he's
that's
like, well,
not a fact. Like,
yeah. And then he goes, well, at least like the border situation's better, right? It's just, yeah, it's great. And she's like, and I think the economy is doing really good right now. Literally the opposite of everything that's happening right now.
Out of touch.
Yeah, way, way, way out of touch. But anyway, I saw that video. I had to share it. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I really couldn't. And I saw another video that wasn't put up by Newsmax. And again, it was a guy who was, who sat there and was just bashing Trump. And the guy goes, well, what policies? And the dude was just going, it was just dead air.
crickets.
He's just, and literally the video went on for like a minute. And the guy's like, honestly, I'm blanking right now on the policies, but it's just like, you're looking at people like that and you're like, are you fucking,
Sure.
is this real life?
Yeah.
This is real life.
Weird how that they get that platform to speak their mind and
Yeah. And you got nothing.
nothing. No ammo.
And that is sadly the case, right? For most people. They were like, I wasn't a fan of Trump. Okay, I get it.
Cool.
He's kind of a dick. He was getting things done. If you actually look past the bullshit, look past all the smoke and
The mean tweets.
yeah, the mean tweets and the smoke and mirrors of what media is trying to throw out there and throw you curveballs. Actually look, things have been written down. Like, okay, this is facts. This is what he's done. He did some good things while being in completely uphill battle the whole way.
Yeah.
It's getting shit on, thrown under the bus,
No
all these kind of
support.
things. No support whatsoever. They said Obama didn't have support when he was president. Dude,
What?
talk about not having support. Trump had zero fucking support.
Yeah.
And just to reiterate that, it's like people can't literally verbalize anything that you would any kind of thing that you would stand up for Biden.
Yeah. Crazy.
All they can just say is orange man bad.
Oh, weird. You might need a little more fact. I mean, I'd love to. I want to hear the facts.
Yes,
Give me- I'm not-
yes, I'm here for it. I want you to tell me this is why.
yeah.
But dude, 9 times out of 10, people will not be able to answer that, and all they'll just say is, "I just didn't like Trump."
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you for.
Turns out things are going really well right now.
Yeah. I love having ships in the Long Beach
Yeah.
Bay or
Yeah.
harbor that are
Yeah.
just.
People are wondering why they can't. Where are all the materials? Where's all the ammo? Where are XYZ? Just look out your window. Look out your window, and it's floating. It's floating out there in a cargo ship.
Ladies and gentlemen, too, it's called a supply chain. So even once we get this stuff, if we ever get it, it's gone. And then there's
Yeah.
still gonna be a lapse.
Yeah.
So that chain is missing now. We'll say it's 50 links missing.
Mhm.
So we're not out of the blue yet.
Oh no.
We haven't seen a shortage. The worst of the shortage, I should say. So it's
Oh yeah. No, it's gonna get even worse.
Yeah.
Just think about it as like one of those automatic assembly lines.
Yep.
Something breaks, everything shuts down,
just
and then they have to fix it. But then it's not like it's all those things that were on that line. They just going to take longer for them to get there, and it's just like this huge lapse in the system. And it's going to be the same thing with these cargo ships. Things are going to come in, and then they're going to be just like you said, gone.
Yep.
And then we're like, what the fuck? It's like, well, everything's so fucking backed up.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Speaking, when I got this projector, it was went to Best Buy. Shout out to the blue shirts.
Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow.
There was 8 projectors to choose from, but I can only take home one. Why? Because all the chips, however the chip world works, is there's no chips. And you ask them, like, when are you getting them? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I do marketing for 2 boot companies and an ammo company, and it's a fucking nightmare right now.
Mhm.
It's an absolute fucking nightmare, and people still don't get it. The amount of hate comments and messages you get, like, I ordered my boots 3 months ago. It's like, dude, I'm not a proponent of turning on the news by any means, but if you do a little research, you'll know that there is a massive, massive supply chain issue going on right now.
Big time. Yeah. Wake up. Open your eyes, folks.
I love the people who will DM me in this ammo account and be like, "Are you guys still making ammo?" No, dude. No, we're not making ammo anymore.
Stopped.
Fucking morons, dude.
Wow.
People are fucking stupid.
Yeah, right?
Triggered. I'm very triggered about that.
Liquor's got you
Yeah,
spicy.
yeah. That Topo Chico. Shout out to Arizona Iced Tea for making this mucho mango drop thing you throw in there.
What you got? Is that,
Dude, it's delicious.
you're not doing the what's that Dr Pepper one? The
Oh yeah, I don't have that one. You should have brought that along with the projector. Just kidding. Something that is talking about making an impact on the world.
what you got?
Squid Games.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's do
I
it.
had a feeling you're gonna go down this hole.
So you haven't watched it.
I watched episode 1. I probably fell asleep maybe 20 minutes of episode 2, then woke up to episode 2.5, 3, and I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty
Different.
cool."
Yeah. It's and Andrew, you haven't.
I only watched episode 1. I haven't gotten to the
You
rest.
guys, you got to get. I was the same way. It kept on popping up on my, what's new, what's trending, whatever. When I would go on Netflix, and I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna give it a shot, see what happens. And again, first episode, I was like, man, I couldn't get over the shitty voice dubbing.
Hang on. Let's go there. Where you at with the dubbing? Because there's a lot of good shows that are dubbed.
Yeah,
Like you get snuck in by the trailer and you're like, "Ooh, it's dubbed. Do I risk it?" Like, where you at with the dubbing?
it's a good question. I normally will bail.
Wow.
I'll normally bail on that.
Even if the storyline's good.
Well, that's the thing. Like, as soon as I see, do you have any other examples of like shows that are dubbed over?
I don't. I mean,
Okay, this is great.
Lupin on Netflix. Is
Loop?
Lupin.
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 yeah.
Okay.
It's a French one. They do a great dubbing. Like, you can't even tell that it's dubbed. Like,
You could definitely tell on Squid Games.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my
I
God,
do
it's so
subtitles
bad.
for like Japanese, Korean type stuff. I do subs for that one.
See,
Wow.
I can't.
I can't do
do it.
subtitles.
I can't read that quickly.
Yeah.
I hate subtitles. I hate them.
It's too much work.
It really is. Where I'm like looking down, reading, and I'm like, what am I missing visually? I just can't do it.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, that was for me the first episode or so. I'm like, oh, dude, this not only is it voice dubbed, but it's bad.
Well, I mean, they're speaking a different language, and it's they try.
They tried, but I will say, episode 4 didn't even fucking
Care.
yeah.
You're in
I was so into it.
balls deep.
I just kept watching. I'm like, oh, what's the next game? I was like so into like, what's the next game gonna be? What's the next game?
Hook,
gonna be?
line, sinker. It
Yeah.
is a recipe for taking your weekend away,
No, truly.
dude. And I had a problem with the ASMR because there's a I won't spill the beans, but there's a point we this gentleman they're licking this object,
Oh,
and it
that's
is
right.
very the camera work is very clean and crisp, and I'm not a big mouth tongue watcher, open chewer, and it was like, oh man.
Yeah.
And you can hear the gristling of the tongue,
Yeah.
and it's like, whoa, this is
That was good.
gnarly.
See, I'm super into ASMR, so that's funny that you're like not into it at all.
That stuff.
But yeah, I've totally fell in love with the show. Talk about it like hook, line, sinker. I was in after the first episode.
How many episodes are there?
I think it's 9, something like
shit.
that. 10 maybe.
Ish.
Yeah,
It's
somewhere
breaking
there.
all the records, right? It's gonna be the most viewed.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's already one of. I think they said it's the most popular show that ever hit Netflix.
And you jumped on the wagon quick. You did a TikTok.
I did. I there was a Squid Games red light, green light scene, which is I believe first episode or second episode.
First.
Yeah.
First, yeah. After that, I was like, oh wow, this is fucking intense. This is very intense. And so yeah, I don't want to do any spoiler alerts, but man, after that red light, green light scene, I was like, okay, I'm balls deep into this. This is absolutely insane.
And you think I think after the first episode, I'll speak for myself, is you're like, oh, this is gonna be boring, but episode 2 plot twist,
Yeah.
it gets opens up really good.
And then the very end
Yeah.
of the whole fucking show, talk about another fucking plot twist.
You finished it?
Oh yeah,
Oh shit.
I finished that shit a week ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
binge here.
yeah. Oh yeah, we're talking about obsessions. It's like when you like into something, you're like, okay, I must know everything about everything when it involves this certain topic. So, yeah, we finished that a while ago. Would you ever qualify that as like a scary movie?
Mm-mm.
No,
I would put it more as like a
thriller.
thriller, yeah, thriller / like just without like spoiling, I guess, like gore a little bit.
Yeah.
You ever?
Dana was terrified.
It's that one. It's terrified.
Terrified.
Like Freddy versus.
Yeah, she was scared.
Oh wow.
She was scared. Yeah. Well, she's
She's
special when it comes to horror movies.
There's that one with Owen Wilson. It's called like No Escape. Where they're stranded in a third world country and they can't get out. And immediately it got my blood pressure going and my palms are sweaty. And it's like a real, it's a real weird, I wouldn't say scary. I'd say more like a thriller, adrenaline.
Yeah.
Really, it was amazing how sensitive you can become to something you're visually watching, you're not connected to it.
Yeah.
Especially as an adult. It's kind of weird. You're like, ooh, this is a little too personal.
Yeah. That was the way I felt about like the Black Mirror episodes.
Oh yeah.
Those are just too fucking realistic for me. Too fucking realistic. And we're already seeing it now, where one of the first episodes I ever watched was the social credit score. And the reason why it freaked me out is because I was like,
getting close.
This is fucking weird, and it's not that far fetched. And sure as shit, they've been testing it for now a year, I think, in China.
Dude, every fucking week it's like, what? Like, this is new, and then last week's news becomes last year. Like, we're just fed information.
It's crazy,
disappointing information.
Yeah, a lot of disappointing information. But anyway, Squid Games. So again, totally balls deep into it. Loved it. But a couple fun facts about this that I found out.
Oh, nice.
So the guy who wrote Squid Games, I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce his name.
Oh, yeah.
He actually pitched this back in 2009.
Money.
2009. All the producers said, fuck off.
Imagine that.
Fuck off. And you now have the most popular show that ever saw the face of Netflix.
What if we weren't ready, though?
I don't know.
I mean, now.
I also saw something, and I didn't look into it. I should have, but it was almost kind of like a conspiracy. Maybe I'm misusing that, but
you're one of those guys.
I'm one of those guys. But they're saying that there's a hidden message of hope at the end of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Now I want to glue to my TV.
And I will say I did watch, and there's these two Asian guys who have their own podcast, and they do conspiracy theories on movies and TV shows and whatnot. It's pretty entertaining. And I saw a clip. They were talking about Squid Games. And so, in the very beginning, the first episode, where he meets the guy who eventually gives him the number and everything, where it's the red card and the pink card, or red card and blue card, I mean. So if you look at the show, all the participants are in green jumpsuits, and all the guards are in pink, red, whatever. He says, depending on what card you decided to play with, it tells you which one you're going to be. So he picked the blue, so that means he was going to be a participant. If he had picked the pink or the red, he would have been a guard. Because if you watch, I will do a little bit of spoiler alert here, but if you watch further down in the episodes where the guards themselves are shook, right? Because they're just like them, you know what I mean? You can tell like they're uneasy about stuff. Anytime somebody dies in the show, that they would sell their organs off because they're trying to make money on the side of doing this.
Black market.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Very interesting. So when I heard that conspiracy theory about it, I was like, that's actually really fucking cool. It's like depending on which color you picked meant you're either going to be a participant or you're going to be a guard.
Wow, interesting.
That reminds me of I feel like you did a WTF on it before, the college experiments.
Yeah.
Where they like told some people like
the prisoner guard.
The prisoner guard experience. Thank you. Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but
I don't remember either. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I think I was kind of getting at we're desensitized or we're desensitized.
Yeah.
As far as information, and for something to kind of emotionally grab the majority, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And that's why it's gone big hit.
Yeah. Also, so the cards that have the numbers, like the phone numbers on them, they actually had to remove those scenes.
Oh, because they were calling.
They're actual people's phone numbers.
Yikes. Can you imagine that, dude?
Yeah, dude, there's one guy who's like getting blown the fuck up because I guess his number is like one of the first ones you see or something like that. And dude, pretty bad. Also, a Korean, I believe it's an internet service in Korea, is suing Netflix. This is wild. There's no way this is actually going to actually go through. But the Korean, I believe, again, internet service or network or something, is trying to sue Netflix because since it's been such a wildly popular show and people are obviously like streaming the fuck out of it, their internet speeds are crazy slow because of it. So they're trying to sue Netflix because of that. Get fucked.
Please, people.
Yeah, get fucked.
Please.
Anyway.
It's like being sore after massage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Andrew, get your head in the gutter.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, you done with that?
Yeah, hit it.
Let's make our last call
I gotta
here.
pee so bad. These fucking topos. I don't know how you're doing it over there. And you're
I'm a
boxed
G.
in with all that shit.
I'm a G. Make our last phone call. Here we go. That rings so loud.
You're so loud.
Why are you not answering?
What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
This is the most inopportune time right now.
Where are you at the bank?
Yeah, where are you? Are you robbing a liquor store?
I'm at World Market getting a new Chemex.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, hey, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you guys doing?
good, man. Well, you broke your Chemex or what? Oh, wait, hang on. Let's go. Go. Who are you? What's going on? Yeah, no one. Introduce
Who
yourself.
are you?
Who's your daddy?
Who
What does
am
he
I?
do?
Oh, so here we go. Let's talk right now. Who is this?
So we actually don't know your actual name.
You don't have to know. That's the fucking glory of this shit.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
What's your handle then?
Yeah.
My handle is Black Project. BLVKCPROJECT.
Oh, that's a lot of words. All
Yeah,
right.
ABC XYZ.
So Spencer and I just got done talking about Squid Games and
Oh my god, I love that shit. It's good.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I'm starting it right now.
you're a dark vibe B movie snob. So
I am a B movie snob. Yeah.
So if you can break down some B movies, is now your time. Go for it. Hit it, man. Come on. What do you got?
Anyway, so one of my favorite B movies is Thanksgiving. It's a movie about a turkey who goes around and rapes and kills women.
What the fuck?
World Market police are coming.
He runs around and he like fucks girls with gravy flavored condoms.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
These
Great one, yeah.
Dude, imagine being the writer of that and be like, all right, guys, sit down. I got a story for you. But hear me out. Hear me out.
Right.
Holy
That's
shit.
a great one though.
Okay, what else you got? Wow, you came in hot with the first one.
Is that number 5 or
Whoa.
1?
Yeah.
That's my favorite one. I'm
Okay.
watching that like as we speak right now. So
In World Market.
in several market now, I'm looking at Chemex's. Another one, dude, like is Poltergeist. Obviously, that's like one of the best
Okay.
movies of all time.
And that's-
Poltergeist it's kind of a B movie though. I liked it because the girl, she like thinks that these ghosts are inside the house, yada yada yada, you know. And then whenever she turns the screen on, like they
Mhm.
seep into the house, and I feel the same thing because every time I go to sleep, I feel like there's something watching me. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh my gosh, dude. This is the perfect.
Oh, I didn't ask. Thanksgiving, or what is it called?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What was the release date on that one? You recall?
These are all like 89 ones.
No, Thanksgiving was like early 2000s, like 2005 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you saw the other one I liked. It was called Hobgoblins 2.
No.
It shows like the most, what does it say? The most, there's like those chicks with the chainsaws.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You saw it on my story the other day. It's like,
Oh,
The
that's
most
right. That's right.
iconic chainsaw duo ever photographed. Yeah, that's hilarious, dude. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is one of my favorites too. I love
that's
that
a
one.
phenomenal one. Yeah.
Part 2 is great with the dude with like the plate in his head. Like,
Yep.
fucking amazing.
Is
They go
that
into the,
is that where that
recording
quote comes
studio.
from? Dogs will hunt. Dogs
Yes,
will hunt.
dog will hunt.
Yep.
Dog will hunt. Get that bitch, little face. Get that bitch. Fucking love that.
Love it,
So
dude. Yeah,
good.
yeah, it's great. Primus. I used to listen to like
Dude,
a lot of metal and
Primus is
stuff.
so good,
So
man.
Primus,
is so good.
talk about like a super unique band. But Primus,
Yes.
they how I found that clip is because they have a great song, and they took that dog wheel hunt and then like
Dog
drops a
wheel
beat
hunt.
on one of their songs. It's great, dude.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's on like My Name Is Mud
Yeah,
album or something
yeah,
like that.
yep,
Yeah,
sounds right. Sounds
I
right.
love that, dude. I
Yeah,
love that. But
so
anyway,
good.
like I don't want to like cut it short. I finished that bottle of Sisterdale today. I have to talk to Chad about getting me another bottle.
Hell yeah, dude. This is good stuff, right?
Well, your pictures are kind of
Super good.
B rated. So,
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Very,
What?
very amateur.
What did he just say? I know Spencer's got
He's like,
access
you
to the
broke
G- to
up,
the
bro.
G drive.
I'm gonna give you one more chance to correct yourself.
Spencer's got access to the Google Drive, man. He can show you
That's
what I
right.
sent.
That's right. I do.
I look at those photos. I'm like, God damn, those are $100 photos.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow,
It's true.
throwing your price out there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like that's like, why would I say $102 photo? I'm just saying, like it is what it is.
No, you kill it. No, obviously.
Yeah, you do great
Topo
work.
Chico.
We
no,
were.
I don't fluff my fucking feathers right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, spread your cheeks because I'm about to blow some smoke up your ass real quick. But Paul and I actually talked about this. You're one of those photographers where we're like, how, and this isn't throwing shade at you by any means, but like you don't have much of a following, but your fucking content is so lights out where we're like, how is this dude not getting more of a following? But I mean, we all know that fucking social media is wild and how you can gain following and shit.
I can be honest with you guys. Like, I don't know if like this is live on the podcast or anything right now, but like I've done work with bigger companies, like bigger coffee companies and bigger like pages and all that. But like I recently got out of the non-compete zone, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I once had a good following, but I couldn't compete with the companies I used to work for. So now I'm able to start from scratch and kind of pick up where I left off. But I guess I can't like hashtag or like at pages that I used to work for.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
otherwise that I would get in trouble for, I'd get sued.
So did you start a brand new account over, or did you just?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
No,
that makes sense.
Yeah, Black Project is brand new. Like it's a page that I found Invicta, Sisterdale,
Okay.
Wild, all these pages, the pages that you guys are affiliated with.
Yeah.
I found those guys and I was like, these are the pages that I am passionate about. I want to work with these guys. And then I put my roots down, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so no one else really matters because if I'm passionate about something, then I'll stick to it.
No, man, you kill it. And like Spencer said, regardless of the following, the number, you can take that out, but your content is top notch. And I'm like you and I, we chat a lot, late at night. Early morning.
I love how we chat late at night.
We're definitely photo snobs, and we're always like, "Oh man, look at this!" But you do great stuff, and it's cool. Just even your stories have good value, so it's cool. You can tell definitely you're learning, but you're not learning this, and you're not new to it. There was something behind it where you're just blowing it up. So and we
Dude,
want,
honestly, bro, I'm stoked to see your photos with that 7200. I can't wait to see it on Monday. I'm gonna stack it on my A7 III, put on my fucking tripod, and see how it goes.
Yeah, man, we're gonna
stoked
have a mandate. I gotta meet the anonymous. I'm just walking to a cafe. I'm gonna be like, all right, like,
yeah. Who are you looking for? You knew his name? Actually, no, I don't know his name.
let me see his hands.
He'll show it to me. He'll be wearing a shirt that says Black Project on his chest.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go. There you go. This is the last thing Paul will see before he gets chloroformed too.
I'm gonna send Spencer my location.
Does this smell like chloroform? to
Yeah,
you?
does this smell like chloroform? Oh,
Dude, I
that's
love
awesome.
you guys, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, no, we well.
But no, I think I mentioned only 4 B movies
go ahead.
though.
Yeah. What do you got?
The 5th one? Oh fuck, dude! I wish I had it right now. I had them all like scribed out and ready
Why'd
to
you
go.
set yourself up for that, dude?
Yeah, I know. Hold up. Thanksgiving, Poltergeist. What was it? Chainsaw Massacre 2,
Yep.
Exorcist. God, dude, I fucking missed the 5th one. I can't remember that. I'm gonna have to send you guys the 5th one. But anyway, I appreciate you guys calling me.
For sure.
I'm literally looking at Chemexes right now. Spencer from Invicta wanted me to make a Chemex tutorial video. So if you guys want to look at that,
dope.
like on tomorrow or Monday, that shit'll be super good. I think. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
That's awesome. I'm gonna definitely tune into that. And to the movie note, at the end of this pod, we're going to be going over some of the most wild, bizarre, controversial, and messed up movies I found quite a large list that we're going to go through at the end of this. So maybe your fifth video.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see that. Yeah.
Maybe your fifth one is on that list. We'll see.
Well, I'm stoked to see it, man. All I do is watch scary movies and edit photos, so that's my life.
Makes sense.
Sweet, man. We'll let you go here, but before we go, shout out your deal and let the people know what they can find besides some dope ass photos or what you got planned. And we'll let you go buy some towels from World Market and some potpourri.
Yeah. So my Instagram is at BLVKCPROJECT blackproject.com. Is one of my websites, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys, dude. Appreciate it.
All right, sounds good, brother.
Yep. Take care. Bye.
He's wild, man.
What a stud.
You're gonna have fun with that one.
I know, man.
I should give you a hug and a kiss before you leave because there's a good chance you're not coming back.
Andrew got upgraded to co-host.
Yeah.
Promotions.
Paul is missing.
Paul is last seen in I won't say where he's at.
Yeah, that's cool though. His people listening, you do have to go check him out because his work is fucking phenomenal, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I love his shit.
It's weird. It's weird because he has a unique style which he can't move from, but he's the one that could pull it off.
Yeah.
His creativity and his way he works with the camera and lighting is pretty unique, and he could stick in that corner for a long time and make him fucking killing.
Yeah, and we talked about this off air, and I have no problem saying this to him, but you know he has that vibe, he has that certain style, and he can't break away from it because that would completely just change everything because it's a very dark, ominous, gritty kind of style, but he doesn't need to break away from it because he does such a fucking good job in it. So
he actually did a post yesterday and he deleted it and he apologized on his story. He's like, it didn't fit my vibe. I cut it out. And it's like, damn. And I texted him. I was like, you're such a diva.
Yeah,
and he's like,
for sure.
And I was like, but that's his brand and I love it. I'm a fan. So it's cool. I'm glad we're connecting. Yeah. And he works with the brands that we hang out with.
Yep.
So it's cool.
Yep. No, it's really cool to see you getting involved, seeing him getting involved with the Sisterdale and Invicta. It's cool. It's good to see.
Might be giving him some
yeah, maybe. Shout out. So this sucks. All right. Lottery winner dies with winning ticket still in his pocket.
Take it, grab it. It was like 40 million or something like that, or
something like that. Found him. I guess he was like cleaning boats or something, and it looked like he fell. And
what a shame.
I know.
Damn.
Could you imagine, dude? So
winning ticket in your pocket.
Winning ticket in your pocket. Maybe it's a good thing, and I'm not trying to draw any light of the situation, but winning the lottery doesn't necessarily have the greatest track record attached to it. You've seen a lot. If you just do a little bit of research, it's like murder, kidnapping, blackmail, bankruptcy, gambling addiction, just addiction in general. It's all attached to it. It's like 8 out of 10 people who win the lottery end up fucking ruining their lives anyway.
They made a show about it.
Yeah.
I think, and I say this, and you guys can hold me to it, is if I won an enormous amount of money, I would stay how I am. I would try. I wouldn't want it publicized.
Never. Do not do that.
Yeah.
Do not do that.
You'd see a lot more gifts.
Don't even tell your wife.
Yeah, that'd be weird. It's only zeros in the bank account.
Yeah. What would you do if you actually won the lottery?
I'd buy some stuff, but make it really low key. I'm low key as it is. I try to stay pretty mellow. And I don't have an infatuation with money. Doesn't mean you can't hire me for anything, but
oh, so it'll work for free. All right, everybody knows that.
But it doesn't. It's not my driving force. Having this kind of fun or just having a passion for work, I think is kind of where I'm at. But
so that actually was the wrong answer. You should have said your wife. Your wife was winning the lottery.
What are you talking about? Oh, she won the lottery. She won the lottery with me. No, yeah, it's cool. I'd definitely buy a big ass yacht, island maybe. But
dang, you're like, I'm just gonna keep it low key, and you're like, I'm gonna buy a fucking yacht and an island and some fucking gold teeth.
Well, yeah, I'll be like, hey man, I'm gone for the weekend. You're like, all right, cool, man. And I'm in my yacht, or I'm in my I'm not gonna be like doing a story.
I love how you literally said, I'm just gonna keep it mellow, and then just turned around and said you're gonna buy a yacht and an island.
Well, I gotta spend the money.
Is that keeping it mellow for someone who has brown skin? Is that what we're?
Yeah. I mean, to have that kind of money be fun. You're gonna have fun with it. Yeah. Maybe change some people's lives, hook some friends up, some family. But
you ain't gonna get buried with it, right?
Yeah, I'm not getting buried. It does no good in the bank account.
Yeah, no. I would be the same way, but so my wife and I were talking about this because we drove by one of those, Powerball billboards, and it was like $400 million.
When's the last time you bought a ticket?
Dude, we used to play quite a lot.
You keep it in your visor?
Yeah. Or like you go get gas and it's like Fridays or something, and you're like, I go fucking fill one out and throw in some random numbers or something like that. I don't think we've ever come close on any of those, but I think same thing. I would not tell a single soul. Take care of all my debt. I know you don't have debt, but us white privileged people have debt. And then I would still work. So that was like one of the topics where like, would you still work? And I would be like 100%, because I think for a lot of people it's like, oh, I hate my job. I wish I won the lottery so I wouldn't have to work. I think that's how you get yourself in trouble. Maybe it's not that job. Maybe say, fuck you, I'm out of here, and go do something that you really enjoy. Yeah. Right. I'd literally probably do the same thing I'm doing. Maybe more on the content creation side of things, and maybe not as much like sitting behind a computer and, posting photos and talking to the community and shit like that. But, again, I don't dislike that stuff, but it is time consuming, and I would much rather be more on the creative side, or the actual creating
That's the fun
side.
Yeah.
That is the fun part. But all in all, I would probably still be doing the same thing I'm doing. And just trying to live a relatively modest lifestyle. Definitely not buying yachts or islands like Paul over here. Little yachty over here.
Sailor, man, I gotta get out there.
Yeah. I already know the answer to this question, but what would you name the boat? What would you name your yacht?
How do you know that?
I already know it.
I don't know.
Sailing with Coda.
That's a good one. Oh, he would love it.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
No, it'd be none of your damn business in the back.
Oh fuck! I just saw a video the other day where it was like a fake, prescription medicine one. There's this black girl on it, and it was oh fuck, dude, it was so good.
It'd be mind your business.
It was something along those lines.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna brutalize it. But it was like, something about like not giving a fuck, like a fuck about or something like that. But the way she said it, cool. it literally looked like a prescription drug.
Oh,
like
nice.
She's like blended all the words together. Dude, it was so good. It's like, do you find yourself giving too much of a fuck? Well, try don't give a fuck of all, or something like that, or fuck them all, or something like that.
I think it's fuck it.
I can't remember it. I can't remember, but it was a fucking hilarious video. And that just reminded me of it. But yeah,
people are creative.
Yeah, people are creative. People are creative. If there's anything we learned out of this shutdown, this pandemic era, is that people can go and do their own shit and be pretty creative. I think if there's one thing that's really boomed through the roof, is people doing their own thing.
Innovation.
Yeah.
Oh, is that called capitalism?
Capitalism is evil. So how dare you say that, Paul?
Thriving.
Something else I want to talk about. The Olympic transgender weightlifter Laurel Hubbard named Sportswoman of the Year in New Zealand.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Her, him, shim, shiminy, shim, shim. So here's the thing. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. And the problem with all this, with all these extreme LGBTQ activists, whatever, this big uproar that we're seeing right now, is because they want people to care, and people just don't. And I think that's okay. Like, I don't have to give a fuck about you. And I know that sounds rough, but I really don't give a fuck. And I don't need to know your pronouns. I don't need to know anything. I don't need to know who you decide to have sex with. I don't need to know any of that. I don't give a fuck. I've got too many eggs in my basket to give a fuck about your eggs. And I think that's okay. But the era that we're living in right now, it's not okay. It's deemed not okay. And it's just crazy. And this story, I went on a little bit of a tangent, but this story just reminds me of that, because Hubbard, not an actual woman. I'm sorry, you're not. You don't have ovaries. You can't give birth. And was already a power lifter, I believe, in the males division, transitions, goes to the female division, gets to the Olympics, may I add, did not complete a successful lift while she was in the Olympics. But then is named Sportswoman of the Year.
Makes sense.
How?
Why?
That makes complete sense.
So my problem with that is that you've got women who have sacrificed their entire life to get to this spot in the Olympics where they can perform at the highest platform there is, but then they get outshined. They miss out on an opportunity because of something like this.
Yeah, especially a female, not to downplay any female who hasn't, but any female who's given birth and comes back to their Olympic career, who's a mother at the point and then wins. Like, that's like, man.
Yeah, and when this story first broke out, I sent it to like pretty much every female that I've talked to who is somewhere connected in athletics, and they all had the same response. It's just like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's and with this, while transgenders are allowed to participate in male sports or vice versa, or female sports, right? It's crazy because, let's be honest, female sports aren't exactly thriving, right? I'd say aside from, and they took a monster hit this year because they got, surprise, surprise, too wrapped up in politics. But I was going to say the women's soccer team, the USA soccer team, is normally
a big
ticket item for female sports. And again, it happens once every 4 years because it's Olympics, but female sports aren't thriving right now. And to allow shit like this to happen in female sports, it's not helping at all. Because not only are you not going to get viewership, right, but you're going to now be frustrating actual females. And they're like, how do you expect me? And you see this across the board. You see it in now cage fighting. You see it in MMA. You see it in jiu-jitsu. You see it in contact, a lot of contact sports, basketball, whatever, where a male transitioning to a female is now competing in female sports. And the girls are going to just put their hands up and go, how do you want me to compete against someone who is now 150 pounds over my weight? How do you think that's going to go?
How about just, it should be like a performing enhancing benefit too, because the amount of testosterone in a male's body compared to a female. I mean, testosterone plays a big part as far as explosiveness or muscle.
Oh, and just bone density.
Bone density,
you know, like I'm sorry, it's different.
Center of gravity.
Yep.
It's not very.
And of course, there's going to be outliers, right? You know, we've got like chicks like Brooke Entz who are just absolute fucking monsters, you know, which is awesome. But those are outliers.
Yeah.
That's not the common ground for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's just, my heart truly does genuinely go out to those female athletes who, again, sacrificed their whole life to get to that point, and then it gets overshadowed by this clown world we're fucking living in right now.
Absolutely, because if you're in sports or any type of, even Retta, it was a very competitive thing. Any type of, it's competitive nature to do better, and when there's a competitive advantage, that's unfair to be a different gender, in my opinion. It's definitely a different playing field. So
call me crazy. I think that's the reason why we first started a men's league and a women's league.
Yeah.
Right. Co-ed sports. I mean, it's just a little different.
Yeah, you can get away with co-ed from until like 6th grade. I think my sister played co-ed soccer just because there was not many females participating at that age.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're not talking about like flag football or something, you know. But as soon as you start adding contact in, it's different. It's different.
Yeah, big time.
You want to cue that projector up?
Oh shit.
So, this happened, I believe 2 days ago. New York. This comes out of New York. A man falls out of a 9-story building in New York. Crashes into a car, crashes into a BMW, and walks away, which is mind-blowing on its own. And I guess that's a little misleading too, because before you press play, let me get through this. He falls out of a 9-story building, crashes on top of a BMW, and then walks away. A little misleading because we say, he walks away, but dude, his right arm is like a fucking wet noodle. It's like barely hanging on by a thread.
9 stories.
Dude, press that.
Maybe we get an ad.
I hope not. I'm scared. Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, here we go.
Warning, graphic content. Oh, perfect. Need some lunch.
Do you have the mic
Dude,
on?
watch him turn over. Look at that fucking arm,
Oh.
bro.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at that
that'll-
fucking arm,
that'll do
dude.
it.
No chance that thing's staying on.
Destroyed the top of the BMW. How's he moving?
Bruh, adrenaline.
Yeah.
Sit
Dude.
him. Oh,
Oh my god, dude.
that's like me when I fall asleep.
Oh my god. It literally looks like you can kill it. It literally looks like when you've got that Halloween you got that Halloween costume and it's just like the limp arms. Like that's what it looks like.
No, it's like when I fall asleep on my arm and you're trying to get it over.
Dude, bad fucking news. So check this out. Dude falls out of that building, doesn't work in the building, doesn't live in the building.
Huh?
People are like, when the ambulance and the cops eventually showed up, was being completely not unresponsive, but
Incoherence.
no, he was like not complying with
Oh, there you go, compliance.
basically. So wasn't telling him his name, wasn't doing like any of this shit. And witnesses are saying that
Is Robin.
when they were trying to help him out while, ambulance was en route, he said, "Leave me alone. I want to die." So
Yeah.
I feel like
Suicide.
this was a suicide attempt,
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
right?
Failed suicide.
Dude, you don't hear about that failed suicide jumping out of a building. Usually that's game, set, match, right?
9 stories.
You'd be surprised. A lot of times people will survive that too.
9 stories?
Yeah.
No
Oh,
chance.
you hear people that miss on the.
Yes, so I've heard of the gunshot. I've heard of the hanging where you miss. But when you fall out of, you're dropping 200 feet. That's, I would say 99.99%. That's ball game.
Duh. Man, it's gonna be chills.
But
Gut wrenching.
I think there's some light. About to say something really inappropriate.
Oh.
BMW needs to come out with a commercial for this.
Gosh dang.
Like BMW, durable as fuck.
No, the car was not. When you talk about you go with velocity, speed, and
Ooh,
Speed
Bill Nye,
and
break it down.
speed and distance.
Force?
Speed and distance.
No,
So you have
yeah.
velocity. So the velocity of a 180-pound man at 200 feet. Come on, bro. That's probably
Yeah,
that's.
it's not good.
Dude, could you imagine walking your dog? It just.
Yeah, dude. Well, dude, they were talking to witnesses, and they're like, "Is this fucking real life? Did I just watch happen?" Dude, gnarly, so gnarly.
There we are. Desensitized.
But like, yeah, that BMW was. You would think like somebody dropped another car on top of it. It was absolutely destroyed. Fucking crazy, dude. Here's something crazy. President of China, again, not gonna. I don't know how to pronounce the XI in Chinese. I don't know. We'll say his last name, Jinping.
There you go.
Okay. President Jinping declares the end of coal use. So I find this very interesting because this is very odd because China is literally the world's largest coal consumer. But then he's just out of nowhere going, nope, we're going to stop that now.
Interesting.
I think there's some backdoor handshakes going on.
Big time.
Also, side note, I found this so fucking wild. And this is totally a playbook or a play out of Newsom's playbook. But Jinping has been the president since 2013. And when he became the president, what do you think was one of the first things he did?
Coal.
No, he removed the 2-term
Yeah.
policy. So before him, it was like you're in for 2 years, 2 terms, and then you're out.
Oh.
First thing he did was remove that. So
He's
people
on-
are saying like, dude, he's going to take this to the grave. There's no,
Oh.
there's no taking him out.
Dude, how does this?
How?
Make the
right?
rules.
How the fuck?
It's called a dictatorship.
God,
That's
yay.
true. Very true.
dude.
Well, it's like what we're seeing too. Even
Yeah.
moving the goalposts as we
Yeah, exactly.
weird.
But dude, I read that. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. like, oh, hey, thank you so much for voting me in. Guess what, guys? Great news. I'm never fucking leaving.
I'll be here all weekend.
Oh, dude, it's fucking wild. And again, total play out of Newsom's playbook, out of shenanery.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guess what? You guys love me so much.
Yeah.
I'm sticking around.
Also, and I mean, you can put your tin cap on, but whether this related or unrelated, Lebanon's power grid went completely dark. Lebanon, sorry. Lebanon. What did I say? Labia?
Libyan Clodoria?
Can't find it, can't say it. It was now I'm fucked up. Libyan? What is it? Lebanon. Fuck. Lebanon. So their power grid completely shut down after it ran out of fuel.
What is going on?
That's what I'm saying. Is it related or not related? So sources are saying that it will remain down. So it's literally down right now. It'll remain down until, it said a couple days, maybe even until Monday.
You got to fire up the old generator again.
Dude, what the fuck? How do you just like, hey guys, like we just ran out of fuel to fuel our entire civilization?
Weird.
Fucking so wild.
Oh,
dude.
labia.
So fucking wild.
Labia minora.
Yeah. And I love how people in America complain. Like, oh, fuck, it's terrible here. It's terrible. I got in some fucking terrible, I didn't even read the response yet, but it was on Facebook on somebody I actually know. And somebody chimed in about like COVID, this, that, and the other. I'm just like, how are you this fucking stupid? How? But I guess we're here in this moment in time, this clown show, because people are fucking stupid, I guess.
So, you know what's, we'll get off it, but I heard something. It's like, if this is so bad, how come people aren't dying at home?
Yeah. How come people aren't dropping dead in the streets like we were shown it would be?
Yeah.
You know?
We thought it was going to be.
Stupid. It's going to be a zombie apocalypse. But hey, at football games, it's fine. People are shoulder to shoulder.
So there's a pandemic. We really be able to talk about sports and Urban Meyer getting.
We talked about that.
Urban Meyer getting grinded on.
Playing the upside down piano. You can't do that in the pandemic, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if it was really like, come on guys, if it was really a fucking pandemic, pro sports wouldn't be on, shows wouldn't be coming out. It would be fucking dark. It'd be the fucking Cold War days, dude. It's not that. It's all for fucking money and greed. We talked about the Project Veritas videos that come out. It's like, dude, you can't fucking spell it out anymore. Like, you've got people who are actually working for these fucking companies that are like, dude, we work for an evil corporation. They're in it for money.
That's where Project Veritas is like, you can't, I did not say this. This is them saying, like, what do you, like, and they get a leg to stand on. Project Veritas has their ducks lined up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I guess lawyers and people are like,
well, I think the actual host of that is a lawyer himself.
Oh, James O'Keefe.
Yeah,
he's
so
killer.
He started as a journalist, I think, yeah.
Interesting.
He knows all the back door and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, come, like, ban me. He's like, he's challenging him. It's pretty crazy.
No, like you said, they got their shit lined up, dude, because they're not going to be caught in any kind of lawsuit bullshit. But yeah, those videos are great. If you don't know what we're talking about, hopefully you do. But if you don't, where do you know where they can go find aside from Instagram? Because I know a lot of those
they're on
Telegram.
James O'Keefe has a page and Project Veritas has a page. I don't believe the first one is still up. I believe that was taken down. The second one I still believe is up, where they have scientists stating some facts it's coming from their mouths.
Yep.
They're candidly saying it.
And they're not getting paid to say it. It's all actually undercover of them getting videoed.
I don't know how that works, but
I don't know how that either.
Pretty lady.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean like legally wise.
Yeah.
Like,
I think California's the only place you can't undercover film someone.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah.
I feel like California would be the first place to do that.
Well, I think even Andrew had on a story. You can't the CPR. You can't if there's a pool or something. If there's a pool, you need a CPR certified.
No, Newsom passed a law saying that at any event where children will be present and there's a body of water, say like a lake or mainly a pool, that there has to be a lifeguard there, which is actually inspired by here locally in Marietta. a kid actually drowned at the high school's pool during an event. So
yeah, I don't see why not. Why the facilitator?
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't you have that? But yeah,
I think another one
different.
was passed was you cannot take off the condom if two consensual people are having sex. You cannot take the condom off without the person knowing. It's like it was like a sexual battery charge.
That
What
makes
the
sense as well.
Fuck?
Yeah,
So random.
the old slipperoo of the old Skinner.
Wow, this feels like super good. Yeah, it's a great brand. Here's some good news, though. I shouldn't say maybe good news, but it's funny at least. There's a drunk man, all right, who was reported missing, and he participated in his own search.
Oh, I see that. Did you say? I think you sent that to me.
So homeboy was getting fucking blitzed with his boys out in like a really like rural area in Turkish city. And he wandered into the woods, probably to take a fucking piss or something like that, and just never came back. And so his boys called the authorities. It sounds like it all happened all in like the same night and everything. But they call their boys or call the cops, search parties on. They go to the forest that they were near, or like they last saw him enter, and they're the search party's happening. And they're calling out the dude's name, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm right here. Who are you looking for?" Dude, real life. That's the quote. He's like, "Why are people calling my name? Like, I'm here. Like, I'm present. I'm here. Who are we looking for?" The dude just like wanders into the search party. How fucking great is that?
Like, there's like a bunch of people there. I'm gonna go see what's going
Like,
on.
oh, what's going on over there?
We're looking for somebody.
That would totally be something I would do hammered. Be like, oh, was party's over there? All right, cool. Fuck it. Whatever.
We're looking for somebody. All right, man,
all right,
count me
cool.
in.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably like, yeah, we're looking for this older guy. He's like, oh, okay, cool. I'll keep my eye out for him.
Jeez.
So what you're saying is they found him.
Yeah, exactly. An odd but happy ending to a search party.
What if that's where Brian Laundrie is in right now?
Dude.
What if that's where he's at?
Who?
The guy who
The
is the boyfriend of that girl, social media girl who got killed. And
That's
found.
weird. That's a weird story.
super
Yeah.
weird story. And then Dog the Bounty Hunter is some way into it now, where he's trying to find the guy.
Yeah.
It's
So weird.
So weird.
I mean, if it's true, it doesn't add up.
No,
to one.
not even close.
No, none of it actually adds up. It's fucking super wild. The whole entire story. If it's, I mean, put your tinfoil hat on, but if it's actually true,
Yeah.
a lot of people are saying it could be just a distraction.
Yeah.
What's going on right now?
Yeah.
Which a
Doesn't
couple years
surprise-
ago, I'd be like, dude, you're fucking smoking crack. But now I'm like, anything's fucking possible at this point. So
We're getting a little better at dissecting, like having okay, here's a story. All right, neutral. Let me step away.
Yeah.
And just a normal population like
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And we're kind of using our little, not tinfoil hat, but we're using our thinking cap.
Logic.
our
Old
bear claw
Oh,
or
bear
bear trap.
trap.
Bear claw.
Bear claw.
That's a
Donuts?
good- that's a good. Those are good.
You can tell you're on a diet when you start subliminally saying food items.
I got to put on my Twinkies. I need my shoes.
Yeah. Pizza out. I mean, peace out, guys. Peace out. So you're gonna have to fire up this guy. This is gonna be our last video. You're doing great, Paul.
We're gonna streamline this better.
Yeah, yeah.
This
we're
is
doing, well, if somebody would look at show notes, that would also help.
true. This is
I will say I stopped sending you show notes because I know you just don't read them. So
yeah. If you guys don't notice, we come very unprepared.
yeah.
And we do our thing.
So this one's going to be the one where it's got the movie titles in it.
That makes all the difference.
Probably the only one from Spencer that you haven't opened. Maybe.
There it is.
Yep. There you go. Okay, so we're going to go down this together. So basically,
IMDb.
this is spooky season, right? It's Halloween. It's fall. It's the greatest time of the year. And before we get into this list, Paul, what are you going to be for Halloween?
I'm be a food blogger.
Wow, really stepping out of your comfort zone there.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I pass
dude.
out candy. I want to do. Oh, I should do the Squid Game.
Yeah,
Pretty easy.
should get you. Yeah, dude, literally just get a jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit, little
Yeah,
batting cage mask or something.
yeah, that'd be great.
You got to step it up. Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
You got to ask Andrew. But
Yeah, Andrew, what do you got?
I'm gonna be a local extremist, apparently.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
There you go.
you going to a school board meeting or what?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You are a domestic terrorist.
There you go. Domestic.
I am going. So this is going to be Keith's official Halloween. It's the first one. in the books. So we're caught in between two costumes for him. Homeboy doesn't like things on his head, so this is going to be difficult. But we got a lion suit or a tiger suit for him, or a shark suit. All have to have some kind of a hood or hat on, which he's not stoked about. But if we end up doing one of the animals, Dan and I are gonna be the zookeepers.
That's a good one.
Right?
I like that.
I can't wait to see the photo.
Don't get me wrong. I'm very, it's lame as fuck. But when you become a dad, it's just like you gotta just wear certain things like
no,
this.
when you become a white dad.
If he's a shark, you guys should get wetsuits.
My dad-
and then you can get
there you
SeaWorld.
go.
Yeah.
My dad was like, hell no. Like, do your thing. I'm going to watch this football game.
I presented the idea that if he was like a lion or something, she could be the safari guide, and then I could be the trophy hunter, and I can just roll around in camo like I'm hunting lions or something.
Sounds
Like,
kinky.
right? I know. It's weird that there's no pants in any of these costumes.
Regardless, I'm super excited to how this plays out.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be great. But anyway, so this list, again, this is spooky season. We're super on board with this. And I found, and I'm so glad we talked to our friend that we don't know his name yet, fucking Black Project.
BP.
But I'm super into these movies that you've like never fucking heard of. They're all B movie or maybe just you're super underrated. Maybe they're from like an independent filmmaker, and he just doesn't get the amount of media attention that it deserved. So I found this list, and it's pretty much created of like the weirdest, most disturbing, controversial, messed up films that I'm gonna try to actually watch some of these as long as I can find them without having to pay for them. This month.
Wow, cheap.
Yeah, well, you know what? We're in the middle of a pandemic and inflation and
Money.
another buzzword. All right, let's go through it. So, first one. So why don't we do like 50? Because it's the 50th episode.
A
little tight? Okay.
A little tight.
All right.
10 or 5.
A Siberian film. Okay, that's what it's called. An aging porn star agrees to participate in an art film in order to make a clean break for the business. Only to discover that it's a he. Interesting. That's totally sexist of me. I thought it was going to be a female porn star. That he has been drafted into making a pedophile and necrophilia-themed snuff film. Whoa.
What's necrophilia?
Fucking dead people.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Interesting. How is
That's
this?
a film in 2010.
5 stars.
Bruh. So gnarly. Again, these are no joke. These are fucking disturbing, controversial, fucking really messed up films.
You're not going to find any big names like John Travolta.
Yeah, Will Smith ain't in any of these.
Some guys I can't pronounce their names.
Cannibal Holocaust from 1980. Yeah, that's back when there was different rules for film, you know what I mean? During a rescue mission into the Amazon rainforest, a professor stumbles across a lost film shot by a missing documentary crew.
I feel like this has been done before.
That could be pretty cool. I'm going to skip across these. So this is like a series. So it's called August Underground. And then there's three other segments to it. So the first one is 2 serial killers going on a murdering rampage as one films the outcome from behind a video camera. That's fucking weird. So it's like you and me just going on a rampage, but you're the filmer and I'm the guy doing all the dirty work, which makes sense.
Weird.
Let's skip through these. What would you say? Like Salo?
Salo, yeah.
It's got a little thing above the O. Or the 100, or sorry, it's Salo or the 120 days of Sodom.
Is that sodomy?
I don't know. In World War II, Italy, 4 fascist, what do you say, libertines? Round up 9 adolescent boys and girls and subject them to 120 days of physical, mental, and sexual torture. This is real. 1975, by the way.
Sounds like a holiday vacation for Spencer.
Jesus Christ, there's some weird shit happening. You guys can't see the cover to this one, but it's fucking so crazy. I love it. It's kind of like 80s vibe. 1981, Cannibal, what is it, Ferox?
Ferox. It's like a He-Man vibe.
Yeah, a little He-Man. Yeah, exactly. 3 friends set out to disprove cannibalism on a trip to the Amazonian jungle where they meet two men trying to escape a vicious cannibal tribe.
What you been drinking, man?
Fuck, these Topo Chicos, they really creep up. Snuff 102 from 2007. A young reporter fascinated by the urban legend of snuff movies gets more than she bargained for when her deep research begins. Snuff films.
Huh?
Snuff. You're aware of snuff films?
Is that like a bad, nasty porn?
Yeah,
it's a whole nother level of porn.
There's weird sexual ties to it, but like, yeah, it's like things you would never ever like get off to. It's like killing shit or suffocating things, or it's fucking really fucking weird, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah, really weird. Seed from 2006. After a seemingly undead man is bound and buried alive, he digs himself back to the surface and seeks bloody vengeance on those who caused him his suffering.
I love a good vengeance movie.
Yeah. Human Centipede. That's one's pretty. I feel like a lot of people know about that one. Pink Flamingos. Hey, all right. This does not look like. It looks like a tranny on that, like a drag queen on the cover of that. Notorious Baltimore criminal and underground figure Divine goes up against a sleazy married couple who make a passionate attempt to humiliate her and seize her tabloid-given title as the filthiest person alive. That's very bizarre. 1972. Cannibal from 2006. An internet advertisement placed by a man with a cannibalistic obsession yields a willing victim to serve up his own flesh in the dramatic account of the crime that shocked the world. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, what the fuck? Philosophy of a Knife, a graphic docudrama detailing the history of Unit 731, where thousands of innocent Chinese prisoners of war were fatally experimented on. Paul, that sounds like up your alley a little bit.
Yeah, I like that one.
Let me give you one more. Wow, that cover's fucking weird. Bad Taste.
The fuck is that?
1987. The population of a small town disappears and is replaced by aliens that chase human flesh for their intergalactic fast food chain.
Yes.
That's a good one to end on. Wow, dude. Wow. So yeah, we found this. I again didn't take too long to find this list, but Jesus Christ, dude, there's some weird shit out there. But I will, truthfully, honestly, I will be trying to find and track down these films and see if we can maybe start doing a little recap on the episodes.
That sounds good. Like the week preparing to Halloween.
For Halloween,
Yeah.
do a little recap on these guys. Again, some of these could be total busts. Some of these could be pretty interesting.
Good luck on the snuff.
The scariest movie to date that I've ever seen, and I only saw it maybe 7 or 8 years ago. It's a movie called VHS, as in like tape. VHS, and that was fucking wild, dude. To this day, there's some things I just can't unsee in that, and it's kind of along the same lines, very B real ish, but each segment of it, and it's just one movie, but each segment it's broken up into different storylines, and each story is obviously completely different. No connections to the previous one or anything, but they're all caught on what would be like a handheld VHS video camera. Some of the fucking weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
How old is it, you know?
It's a good question.
Late 2000s?
Yeah, I'd say early 2000s, probably early 2000s. VHS. It's fucking wild.
I remember the one that spooked me as pretty recent is Insidious. I was like, nope, thanks. I'm good. That movie was fucked up.
Insidious? I don't think I ever watched that one.
Do it, man. That thing will fuck
That's
you
a
up.
good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I know we did this list, but it would be cool to find those B-rated scary films that are on Netflix. So like everybody who had and I feel like pretty much everybody has a Netflix account these days, or at least has access to one. And we can all watch those together. But
I'm sure that Netflix will do it has a little theme of
I haven't seen one. What is it? Discovery Plus has one, which was pretty cool. They had like a spooky section where it's just like all fucking wacky Halloween movies, which I like. But Netflix, I don't think Netflix does that. And I'm like, get on board with that. Come on, yeah.
You got a scary movie, Andrew? I know you're taking.
Oh, sorry.
What? No, you're good. You got a scary movie?
Of what?
I'm
so sorry.
Is there a scary movie that is top on your list there?
Yeah. There's a scary movie that kind of sticks out to when you.
I'm not that big of a horror person myself, but like the good like ghost-ish like thriller type stuff. Who was it? Shia LaBeouf did one. I think it was Disturbia.
Oh,
was a good one I enjoyed. But besides that, yeah.
Thriller.
Look, man. I don't do too much scary stuff myself.
That's hilarious.
Casper.
Okay, so to finish off this episode, I'm going to bring back the Urban Dictionary, but it's going to have a little bit of a twist here. So, and we forgot to do it with the guest, but that's fine.
Well, we don't know one guest.
Exactly. But I will say, with this Urban Dictionary, I'm going to, if you're following us on Instagram, I'm going to randomly go through one of our followers, pick it, find out the dirty name, what's that means, and then we're going to close it out.
If you're following Potty Mouth.
If you're following Potty Mouth Instagram at Potty Mouth Podcast.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right, so let's try this out. All right. Let's go. Scroll. I'm not looking. Cameras can.
It is on.
Yep. All right. Scrolling and stop. Paul. No. Shout out to our follower, the _fortunate_son. Okay. His name is Matthew. I won't say his last name.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's find it.
You're going to go Matt or Matthew?
That's a good question. What should we do here?
Matthew. He wrote down Matthew.
You wrote down Matthew. Okay, so let's go Dirty Matthew.
That thing blew up, man. We had a couple of reposts of
it was good.
That segment. That was pretty funny.
It was good. Is it two T's, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no other way to spell Matthew, right? That always screwed me up. All right, Dirty Matthew. Here we go. Internet, do your thing. All right, here we go. Dirty Matthew. A dirty Matthew is when you give a girl the gift of a dick in the box addressed to her from God.
Wait, what? A dick in the box?
You've never heard of a dick in the box?
No.
This is another white thing? Andrew, have you heard of it? Andrew,
I have
yes,
heard of
and
that.
see, Andrew's heard of it.
He's cultured.
So you hold a box, you cut a hole in it, and you put your dick inside the box, and then you open it and you're like, hey, it's a dick in a box. No? Justin Timberlake made a song about this.
Is that like a popcorn?
Kind of, kind of. So you do the dick in the box, and you present it to the girl.
That's a little awkward. She's like, hand it to me, and you're like, no. Okay.
No, come over here. And it's addressed to her from God.
Oh.
So use it in the sentence? Absolutely, I will do that, Paul. Matthew may mean gift of God, but God's real gift is a dirty Matthew.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. They got biblical in there. A beautiful thing. Well, that's all for me. Episode 50, kids.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, this was
Spencer, you did good. Good show notes.
How'd I do without any alcohol? Was it all right?
That's good.
Was it any different?
A little boring, a little bore, a little yawn.
Yeah.
Yawn City.
All right.
No, you did good. It was
I'll
fun.
do better next time, Dad.
I can't wait to see what your outfit is next time. Maybe a parka or
maybe a fur coat. I don't know.
Some snow boots, some Uggs.
I can do that. Yeah.
Uggs tucked in your pants tucked in.
Yep. Absolutely. Shotgun. You got to shotgun those boots, boy.
Your PSL. You guys follow the main man, the host with the most, at Spencer Kirk Official, for good times and good content and asking many questions, photography or real related. Follow the cameraman, the man, the myth, the legend, Andrew at Got Your Vibes. Follow myself for boring food photos that don't do well at the Alpha Instinct, and we have no guest, Spencer.
All right. Big husses, y'all. We'll see y'all next time.